You have started the Stram?
I started the Stram.
Okay, hello, Stram.
Hello, Stram. The Stram will be eventually populated with people who get notification that the Stram has been active.
Point where we say terrible things.
Yeah, that's where we say terrible, horrible things.
It's alright. Nobody's looking at it. Who cares?
Who cares?
If
I'll
anyone wants to
trim
put-
it. I trim it off before it goes onto YouTube, so it's fine. Nobody needs to know that there is an entire vindication that we hate porcine vectors and that nobody likes them and that they all should go home.
Well, I thought that was just generally
Accepted canon,
Accepted.
yes.
No.
Shoot the pigs. Come on.
Yeah. My God.
When you think about it, an otter is just a wet weasel.
Oh.
Oh.
And then the downvotes begin.
Yeah. If anyone wants to put the little announcement up on the HSD channel for them, you can probably do that.
Yeah. Bop. I actually was posting it on Twitter. Because I do that too. Because I'm a dork. For those listening,
Not
Sam is a
sure
dork
that
and posts the crap
Twitter
everywhere.
is dorky. I might be wrong. I'm not hip and witted.
It's true.
You can tell by the fact I used the term witted.
Oh,
We did.
we officially have people watching, so let's.
We have to curb the horror at this point.
Yeah,
Oh, we gotta stop sounding like
You're not my
people
dad.
who are not.
yeah, we officially
touch with
have someone
the world.
watching.
The stuff. All right, so I better get
that
the
would be
important.
me.
the
No,
important
actually, it was
announcements.
Sierra. Mike is watching.
Oh.
Oh no.
So they actually beat you in there, Toby.
Huh.
I understand that you thought you
Ouch.
were gonna be the person, but you're not. You're not.
Well, that simply means that I know we've got actual people.
We
Yeah.
always
Okay.
have actual
Yeah.
people every time. I don't think we're gonna have Tygon tonight because I think he wasn't feeling well or something. So he usually watches.
Aw.
That doesn't stop Allie, quitter.
No, I think he was
Yeah.
like, but he's actually not getting to play, and he can listen to the recording anytime.
Quitter.
Kate
Twitter.
commentary.
No, actually, I'm wrong. There's Tygon. Sam just lied.
There you go. Let's say words of encouragement and
There we go.
stuff after Spee's slick.
See,
Oh,
there.
no.
Now, Zev, when you do your spiel, if you started your spiel now, people
would be
would
somebody
hear
listening.
you. There would be
Somebody
somebody
listening.
listening. And I say someone listening because you don't count us.
Fair enough.
Well,
We did
that's
say
why
people,
have
right?
been listening.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
So there's new documents up on the updates channel. Not much has changed between now and last time, so I don't think you really need to tweak your character sheets. There's a soft cap on armor hit points that I want to kind of pay attention to if we get into a combat, but we're not committing to it yet because I don't know if it's necessary. It's just kind of there as a placeholder. The only major mechanical difference is that there is a contextual increase to the overall check difficulty, making it 20 in situations that kind of matter and 18 in ones that are just sort of like general narration where I need you to roll a dice. And I want to see how that works out. Because it seemed like we were hitting it an awful lot, but I'm concerned about raising it too much because we should be hitting it an awful lot, and we do have advanced characters in this, so that might be swaying dice too. So that's in there. Weapons in there have some new descriptions that should fit the new rule system, so the weapons should be up to date. And focus abilities haven't really changed much, but focus synergy has and has a important use now. So before there was this thing that gave you simplifications if you had X amount of Y in a different pod. Now it's been simplified to something that I think is just easier to track, wherein instead of using your focus ability for its actual ability, you could also use its daily use or whatever to reroll a dice in the associated proficiency. So if you're just doing like a repair check and happen to have a focus ability that has the engineering proficiency associated with it, you could use up that focus ability to reroll a dice outside of combat as a kind of like, I'm good at this sort of thing.
I choose to not accept the fact that I have failed this engineering roll. I
Yeah.
have many engineering things. I don't foresee using this cert or this edge or focus today.
Yeah.
I'm just going to use it today to reroll my dice.
It's to make them a little less specifically contextual. So now they have kind of generic use too.
That's
So,
good because they're kind of very niche. They're fun,
Mm.
but they're very niche. So
yeah,
and
and
you have
one
to
of them's
like
coming
you have
out.
to almost kind of work to make some of the situations happen.
Well, that is
So-
sort of the idea is that you have this thing, so you'll manipulate the situation to use it, but it doesn't always come out that way. So
And it's
this
often
will just
competing with other more valuable things.
so
Yeah.
you can use it now as rerolls. It still uses it up, so if you want to get multiple rerolls per day, you're going to want to put notoriety into it. But yeah, that's the thing.
I will say one thing you might want to do on the document, and this is just feedback from me. The reason I got confused about focus advancement is focus advancement only says it costs 5 experience per level. It should probably also say, and the normal your notoriety on there as well, because otherwise you might go, oh, it's separate advancement from anything else, and it only takes XP.
Oh, oops. Okay.
Because that was actually because the original documents had that, and then I didn't find out that I was focus advancing incorrectly until I went and looked through the advancement section separately because I was looking at focuses and found that, and I was like, oh hey.
Then I
Okay.
had that one day of Sam going, Ali,
I was like, Allie, and then I was like, Sam has to refund herself like 30 XP. Sam's been dumping it in hard.
Whoopsie.
I was like, I'm gonna repair all day long. Okay.
Okay. And in other important comments, Starfinder launched today, so everybody boo and hiss and boycott them. No,
oh,
I
Um,
don't know the thing you're referring to.
it's
Pathfinder in space.
It's Pathfinder in space.
We'll stick with I don't know the thing you're referring
Why are
to.
we talking about the last
Isn't that
Starfighter?
Dragon Star?
So,
No,
so what
if
you're telling,
anything, it's kind of like Starjammer.
so what you're
At
telling,
least I hope it is, because Starjammer was kind of cool. I don't
Oh.
know if Starfinder is actually doing the same thing or not. But
all I'm getting out of this is that in between when the lore book comes out and 2.0 comes out, I can use the lore book to run HSD and Starfinder.
probably, honestly. I think I am going to pick up a copy of that because I'm curious what they did, because I don't think the regular system would have really handled firearms pretty well. But
Well, I know they're saying that you can play all of the fantasy classes and monsters
right in the same thing,
so it's like, what?
which that's
How?
a little concerning, right? It's like, those translate together? Wait a minute.
Dragons in space.
Well, that's not
we
the
already
confusing
do
part.
I'm
that.
more
It's more
concerned by
like-
fighters in space.
Yeah, this automatic rifle comparing to the crossbow in this kind of favorable fashion is a little concerning.
I couldn't see that going well. Anyway,
It might. Who
But-
knows? Maybe they stumbled
yeah.
across something cool.
but still, HSD lore book.
It's true. That is going on as well. So I've looked into replacements or toggle purchasing today.
Why don't
and
you
toggle
love
which people.
Pulse, people?
You know what it is it's not that people don't love Pulse. It's all the really hardcore Pulse lovers out there. All of them were so enthused because Pulse people are huge fans. I mean, they're into anything full on. They bought the full set. Because they're going to put
Could
the
be.
Pulse in the middle, make all the other ones in the lesser places, like they weren't like the top one, right? You know, because Pulse is
Yeah, it's
number
all
one.
gets put in the trash.
Yeah.
Acer only got 3, which is a little funny considering they were going to be the only option available.
I'm actually kind of surprised it's IRPF and TTI that are tied at the top.
My suspicion is that most of the people that had the other ones went for the full sets
Mhm.
and just figured they were going to get it.
Yeah. Well, and I will say, unfortunately, I'm a huge IRPF fan, and it's an easy one to get behind because I mean it's basically the mercs and the police force, so it kind of is a good catch-all for people.
Fairly.
And Marsco, nobody wants to be that guy.
I like Mars Cult.
Nobody wants to be
Marsco
Marsco.
More people wanted Marsco than Progenitus.
Well, I mean, who wants to be? At least it's not like a corp that almost didn't show up.
Listen,
They were a little okay. So Pulse was just a little busy. There was a big sports thing going on that lasted the better part of a month. They didn't realize this was going on, and they blew all their money on betting for that poor sod who got killed in the first round, and they spent the rest of the time crying into their beer.
no, Pulse knows better than to bet all on one person. Come
I
on.
was talking about
This is a lot of
Spyglass.
things.
Who's Spyglass?
I don't know.
put it-
I don't even
shut
know
up.
who they are.
Don't even
I don't think I've read anything
but
about
there was a minor issue that was like all of a day where Svi may have forgotten to put the Spyglass chapter into the lore book.
Also, on record, everyone here just heard him say he called himself Svnt.
All the
We
table
have
of
officially
contents.
changed his name.
That is
Done it
long
many-
gone.
many
It's
times.
done. I don't even want to.
But it's on recording right now, which is why I'm making a big deal.
We've
Yeah.
just got to work on changing his name to other things like Severy or something.
Or
Weren't we gonna call him Sveep? Sveep was a good name.
No, it's beep now.
Yeah, it's Beep.
How does that even? We've entered new letters that aren't even part of the equation.
Svi, sweep, beep.
Welcome to the way the English language came to be, anyway.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Thrug. Here we go. All right, so we have story time going into our adventure for the eve. Yeah,
Don't worry, I'll cut most of this stuff off so you don't. Have to
so nobody has to deal with.
Yeah.
Ready? Hello, are you there? Oh, wonderful, great. I'm sorry, I was worried I'd missed you, man. I have had a week. Let me tell you. So you remember how we had that big sting at the warehouse we're going to? Yeah, colossal fuck up. Ran into another team, had a bit of a tussle. My buddy gets real beat up. The big one, I can't use the name. We'll call her Day. Day gets all sorts of fussed up, and in the process, she and the other one, the short one, I'm sorry, I can't use the names. I know it's confusing. We'll call her Essel. She and Essel fuck the team up, and in the process, get rightly fuck themselves. Big mess all around. Then I recognize one of them from this kind of Strays new report I got, and I go, hold on, I know you. And we sort of, hit the pause button. And it turns out these guys are looking for the same people we are. So we were all baited to the same place and fucking fought each other. And you know what's worse? It wasn't even part of some cunning plan. Near as I can tell, the person they're trying to rescue was leaving them little clues, kind of like what they did for us. And they followed those clues, and we followed the same damn clues, and we just ran fucking into each other. Right messy is what it was. So, we all kind of go home, and I kind of hug it out with the other guys a bit, and we set up a bit of an operational partnership, right? Not all bad. They're a capable bunch. They have a vested interest in finding these people. Great. Rio's working with them. Sorry, I can't. That's another person. We'll call her Rio. It's not a real name. And I figure, awesome. There's someone else to take a few bullets for a while. But what happens fucking 2 days later? One of them hops a jet to the other side of the continent and gets smote by what I can only assume is God's actual finger looks like if it chose to flip off one particular person from orbit. From nowhere! And worse still, I do follow-up work, and it actually looks like it's the guy's hiring corp that did the hit. So now there's who the fuck knows what's going on within this other team's ranks, and they're still the frontrunners in Rio's plan, and it's too late to change any of it. And this morning, she sends me this cryptic message that basically says shit's too hot and she's going under for a while because she figures the same corp is hunting her down too. So great. I'm stuck here with Toot Toot and Co. Toot Toot is Day. Sorry, it's another name. It's not that Day is a name. It's Toot Toot now. Toot Toot, hoping that the operation we actually pans out with a team that is now down their original member and has a new, entirely unknown commander running a plan he picked up pretty much on the fly. Anyway, so yeah, that's me then. I'm just super grateful you guys are around to talk about this. It just gets it off my shoulders, appreciate that. Ma'am, could you please stop using the Burger Sovereign customer service line for personal therapy? I'm really not trained for this. No, I get it. That's life, isn't it? Right there with you. But no, I can't do that. Same time next week then. Ciao.
Toot toot, motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers. Wow. I love Bonnie.
Her name's not Essel. Let's just call her Essel.
I just love the entire, and then the finger of God.
Well, she isn't wrong, is she? Isn't that how
No.
it felt, Toby?
No, it more felt like, oh my God, the building's coming down around my ears. Time to run. Oh God, fire.
Yep. Okay.
This is what happens when I don't actually have a previously dated story time.
No,
to go
honestly, have you ever heard me complain about hearing Bonnie's voice ever?
generally during the game, and then you'd kick me in the mouth, and I had to have a broken face. Lonnie's
I
voice.
didn't kick you in the mouth. I believe I clawed your face off, and that wasn't because you were talking. It's because you chose to walk away from me.
Fair enough. Well, in the meantime, your guys' current plan is to get yourself to get yourself an aircraft so that you can then stage this attack on the other plane in a suborbital flight pattern to try to basically spook them. So you need to board them, which is the plan. Disable their ship, force them to start retreating toward the ground, so they feel like that they can't actually escape, and then you're going to make a planned retreat when the police start showing up. So you were basically set off on your own devices to kind of secure the different pieces of this operation, however you feel like is going to do your best. You need to pick up a plane, some sort of combat fighter to either rent or to lease or something like that. You need to come up with some way to disguise yourselves. You can, you need to be wearing armor for the operation, but you need to find a way to make it so that your bodies aren't too recognizable. The big guy was going to run the engineering section of the ship, so that handled that, but Tisa still needs some way to cover herself, so does, I keep saying Essel because I just did a little thing about her. Penny, there we go. Needs a way to cover
You've been
herself.
saying Essel for months, dear.
Well, you've been saying Acuity for longer, so.
But I do it ironically.
Ironically, you
No,
can't forget
Acuity,
that
not ironically.
Acuity existed.
Oh, you did hear that we have a giant sign in front of our base in Conan now that says "In memory of Mind Acuity."
It's Mind Acuity forever in our hearts.
Oh yeah, Mind Acuity forever in our hearts.
Nice.
Well, I guess if we have to pick up a plane, obviously our only option is to have
A tow truck.
do that because he's the only one large enough to be able to pick up a plane.
We were going in the same direction with that. I kind of went the mechanical route. I see what you're going.
Yeah.
2 points for Gryffindor.
Yes.
Damn it.
Actually, I remember something from a previous game that happened with this group that Rio told us about that maybe Penny should pursue.
Death?
Because no, Rio told when she was talking about the other group, mentioned that Essel had a body socket that looked like a cog. So
Oh, no.
I should apparently.
Get told that she's racist.
Yeah,
You should go talk to yourself.
I should go talk to myself and find out where the fuck she got that. Yeah. I'm gonna go dig a line and see if I can find an interesting body socket, I guess.
Okay.
So
Where are you going to search rather than using actual rules for it? Where are you looking?
for the body socket or for
For the-
the contact?
For a body. Well, I thought you were going online to look for a body socket.
Well, I'll try first online. I'm going to go to any of the unique body socket.
www.totallylegitbodysockets.com.
I'm looking for unique body sockets micros.
Where
And
are
it'd be
you
like very
searching?
small micros, huh?
Where are you searching? Like, where are you at currently?
I guess I'll. Well, where are we at right now? I mean, we're in our hotel room.
I think we stopped in the
We're in the
hotel
Pulse
room.
hotel room.
hmm
I guess that's where I'd search with my toggle to start. I'd have to
You
go
get
there.
very little response in that area.
Okay.
This is a pulse area.
I know. Well, hey, did you guys went and got Rio at the at where did you find Rio at?
IFF station, I believe.
Yeah, that person that she said that was on the other team, they used to work at the IRPF station too, right?
I believe so.
Okay. Well, I gotta hope it's something local. Is there like a mall nearby that I can go to with lots of different corps?
Yeah, Pulse just owns this particular building and kind of the surrounding area, but the city itself that you're in has lots of different corporate.
Alright. I'm gonna
stuff
go.
in it.
I need to go find a really unique looking body socket because I need something that's gonna hide the shape.
marvelous!
Huh?
She is emoting as people do.
Oh, okay.
Remember ASL go.
Oh, well. Anyway, remember how Rio said that that other differently abled person on the other team had a body socket that made them look like a cog, and they would pose as a cog. I was thinking, what if I do that
Yes.
for the mission?
Oh, I suppose so.
Do you not like that idea?
It's a little.
I know. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna wear it all the time. It's just I mean, what am I gonna pretend I am otherwise, right?
I suppose so, dear. Yes.
I mean,
Maybe watch where you ask around, though. You know, don't want to upset people.
yeah, I probably shouldn't. I don't. Maybe it's just a dumb idea. I'll just get a regular body socket and we'll just try to make it work.
Well, no, it's not a terrible idea. It's a good disguise. Although a regular body socket with some armor over it, indistinguishable from a person.
Not really, because the way they're shaped, it's when they're not armored, they look, you know, they have the opening so the person can be seen.
No,
so the shape's a bit different.
That's why I said with armor on, dear.
Yeah, but it doesn't really have a head. So it doesn't look like a person. It just looks like a they'll know it's a micro, basically, is what I'm saying.
Look, we'll get you a ball. We'll put it on top of the shoulders. A helmet on top of that.
That is funny.
Sev?
Hang on. I am appreciating the irony of avoiding a racist situation by placing a hamster in a hamster ball.
Oh, I didn't say we were going to put Penny in the ball, just the ball on top of the bodies.
It is close enough.
Well,
Yeah. I'll just, like I said, I'll just get a regular one. It'll be fine. I don't need to try and do too much effort for this, I guess.
You were saying, Toby?
Since I grew up here,
Mm-hmm.
and even though it's a little out of date, would I know of any sort of mini malls or malls that she might be able to find that isn't in Pulse territory in this town?
Fetish shop and carry it. I'm just saying.
That is a true statement.
It would certainly
Bo's
be
not
a
always enough to
disguise.
know this.
Yeah,
It kind of depends on where your character, like, because he was young when he was here. But the quickest place where you would probably find one is someplace where people were attempting to be someone they're not. So,
Is there like how?
While they're having this interchange, Bo's actually thinking about that, doing his searches real quick for various shops that would do something like this. And then he will send it over to Penny's Toggle.
This is your first transmission from the new guy. Hey, check out this place. Whips, chains, and toggle kids.
Penny might think you have a virus.
They have
And
cubes for that at the shop,
hope
too.
you have a virus.
Penny's actually gonna suddenly kind of blush a little bit looking at this and go Beauregard.
What?
You want to look like someone different, you might be able to find what you're looking for there.
I didn't mean a fetish shop.
Oh, a fetish shop! That's a very good idea.
No, I'm just, you've already made. No, I'm just getting a regular body socket. It's gonna be
Penny,
fine.
seriously. I knew someone who actually used a body socket, and he twitches a little bit when he says that. And she was about your size, and she got it to look kind of like a cog. No, it's a common thing. But she built her own because she was an engineer, I think. Either that or her mother built it. But anyways, if you wanted to find something like that, the best place to actually make you look like a person,
As opposed to yourself.
inside, while you're in normal-sized armor, would be that place rather than looking like a micro and a body socket.
I'm just gonna get a body socket. It'll be fine.
Why are you abandoning your plans already, dear?
Cause you're right. It sounds terrible, and I don't want people thinking I'm
It being
racist
terrible
against
doesn't mean
hogs.
it's bad. It's a good
This is
plan.
also
It's just a social faux pas, really. Are you uncomfortable going into the store, darling?
No, I don't want to go. It's fine. I'm just going. Look, I'm gonna go out and get my body socket. It's gonna be fine. Figure out the rest of it. Somebody get a car, like a plane or
Sev?
something.
While she's sputtering around, I'm actually looking through the inventory
No.
and piecing the body socket together. And as she's sputtering, I'm sending the link for the body socket over to her.
I'm not even opening it. I'm just. All right. I'm gonna go. Bye, guys. Bye.
Not really that expensive
Bye.
to set something up
Closing.
either.
Going out the door. Bye.
Oh, to be young and bashful.
She gets really flustered.
That was amazing.
Well, I suppose we better go find the local combat fighter store. Let's
Yes, but we should be sure to be politically correct before we go murder people.
Yes, that's quite right.
I'm just looking at Reginald like, I'm liking him more and more.
He seems to have a grasp of irony.
No, I have a grasp with my hands.
Classic Reginald. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to start doing listings for a secondhand.
How legal do you want it?
Don't give a shit how legal it is.
Um,
The less legal.
Depending on if you want the best bang for your buck, there are basic salvage operations, but you would have to do some work on it. That will get you something that is potentially usable. If you don't want it space worthy, it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, we don't particularly care about pursuing the space, so
there is an issue with speed. If you are pursuing a space worthy craft and you don't have the horsepower to do it, it's just going to leave you behind. But a lot of them aren't particularly maneuverable in atmosphere, so it's sort of like what you want to trade off. The closer you get to military, the more like hoops you have to jump through to try to get it, unless you want to go actually talk to like a fence and see if you can find something on the down low.
However, I believe. You know what? Let's try. Wait, I don't have any money.
Well, you had kind of an expense account for this thing because you guys need to get the equipment to pick this up.
Right. Okay. I'm imagining the expense account looks like it would be tough to get a proper thing legally.
Yeah, well, it's more that they don't want to have one because if they've got all this legal stuff attached to it, it's going to be really easy to figure out who it attacked. So
Okay,
it would be nicer to have
let's try
something
a
that was-
fence. Let's try a fence of some sort.
Okay.
What do I have to do to locate such a thing's fee?
Let's do.
Do we still have that contact stuff?
No, the tie-in thing is not quite
Yes.
what it used to be.
Okay.
I just want to look at the skill layout and see if there's something that I think would be generally appropriate for that.
I should do more 20.
Open this.
I figure I've got like 70 odd years of experience. I must have talked to bad people at some point.
Open. Open. Where are you hiding? Oh, right, because it's in the old one. Sends there. Art assets. Okay, here we go. Communication, food offer, range content, subterfuge. Oh, sabotage. I think it's all going to be through communicate, because it's still trying to and through community stuff. So if you're trying to go out on the street, you might. Your best bet is probably to go to one of the actual locations, like the used locations, and see if you can find somebody who looks a little
Shady.
shady.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, there is a not quite junkyard, basically reclaimed military surplus store kind of thing
Okay,
that you
darling,
can get to.
I'm going to head out for a bit, try and see if I can acquire something. Ta-ta. Gonna head out towards there. Rent a vehicle if need be.
Anybody else going with anybody else? Or anywhere else locations?
I'm long gone.
There's no
No,
telling
by
where
this
they're-
point, she's just making it to the elevator as
I'll have you
Yes,
know,
Tisa gloops up.
I can leap 30 feet. I'm long gone.
She can leap small buildings in a single bound.
Now, is it 30 feet straight up or 30 feet forward?
It's distance.
So you know that picture of the lion that leapt 30 feet straight up?
It's 30 feet angular, so cumulatively both forward and upward.
I just know I can clear 30 feet of distance with a leap. So 30 feet.
Which you probably did upon exiting the door,
Yep.
directly off the side of the building.
Just like, I actually leapt to the next building and then went down their elevator because I was like, done with these people. I'm having that ultimate Pickle Rick battle in the next building. You just don't know it.
So we need to disguise ourselves so that we're not obvious.
And you're a moose with a giant rack and 4 arms.
Thank you,
also
Doctor.
one who doesn't believe
In lying.
Subterfuge, yes.
Yeah.
So you have
need
nothing to do.
wear these gigantic sleeves over both arms at once, so it looks like one really thick arm.
No, BB is going to wear quite literally the same thing BB always wears. A bright red suit.
You may need to get
Perhaps
perhaps
a fucking
like,
terrible plan, by the way.
Why would they
Keep
send
BB
us?
driving the ship.
Why would they send our group to do this? They should know. It's just no. What did we do over 10 years that made them think we could?
Not do subterfuge missions, I guess.
How are we so drastically different from what they think we should be?
But
I'll
to
be
fair,
honest, I
this
think
was
they're screwing
Rio's
with
plan
us.
and not theirs, so...
this was Rio's. They just kind of
Knew
go.
us for how many years, though?
Like
You
less
should
than a
know.
year, maybe.
Either we were really different people, or
We were apparently very
geez,
different people.
Rio, are you just trying to tank this thing?
Also,
That is-
it's also a thing of think about the fact that probably the missions we were doing may not have involved subterfuge at all.
Oh,
So she just might expect that we could.
Tisa's gonna actually poke her head back in and go, "Oh, Drac, darling.
Yes.
Yeah, you've got some military experience, right? You've got some know-how.
Some, yes.
Would you mind going in my place? I realize I need to sort myself out of disguise, and people don't quite like talking to my kind.
I can give it a try.
Okay, darling, thank you."
Thud, 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 thud. I am need a big car.
Drac also look at
Might
him and
think
go,
twice
BB, would you
before
like to
trying to
come with?
bullshit a macro.
I require a ship with large enough hallways to accommodate my bulk.
Oh, I guess
Actually,
I can
as
do
Tisa
all
pops her
that.
head back in and comes back in, Beauregard's actually working on something. Thinks a second. Tisa, question for you.
Yes.
Are you able to manipulate servos or fill a space?
I can certainly fill spaces. Manipulation, well,
Are you
flowy.
able to apply enough pressure to move something?
Good question, Svi.
You're able to move your weapons well enough.
Yes, yes. Why?
I have an idea how we can disguise you.
No, out with it. None of these word games.
He actually slaps his toggle on the wall, on a smart service
It
and,
breaks.
and flings up the entire thing that he was working on for Penny. Okay, we can do a body socket for you, but we can mostly hollow it out. We can leave a lot of the motive systems in there for you. That way, it looks natural when you're moving around. The only thing is you would have to keep the helmet closed the entire time. And we can make sure it is it is vacuum rated, so you don't come seeping out at all.
Weren't they originally going to have her ride around in active armor?
If you had a spare suit.
Oh, yeah.
I get the villain in the socket would be cheaper.
Would it work? Because it seems like a cheap way to get around the limitations of the form.
Typically, it wouldn't be something that I'd allow you to just do for the character, but for the sake of the mission's thing, it's all right. I don't have a problem with it.
I wouldn't give it operational too terribly long. The battery life is going to be abysmal. But 30 minutes or so, it would operate normally.
Pull into it right before boarding and ditch it as soon as you get back in. Oh, sure, I can't do cog, but you might do cog.
And then we can also lace it with a couple of D-res canisters. That way, when you abandon it, it will just melt itself down.
It's worth a thought, I suppose. I was hoping to get something a little more terrifying, but
Get me a welder.
Welders are not terrifying, dear. They're nice people. It's a good profession.
They are. But a good welder can
Thank you,
make
Reginald.
anything look a good welder can make anything look terrifying with the ample application of acetylene and spare armor shards.
It's the spiky bits. Careful, Reginald will react to spiky bits. You're gonna have another Dorn heresy.
But I'm going to slide the thing over towards her toggle and let her decide if she wants to accept the thing or not.
She'll look at it before waving the toggle. I'll ponder it, dear. Thank you. I am, however, going to go look for I suppose I should have followed Drac if I was looking at active armor. That'd be military service
He's
as well,
probably still waiting for a car right now. You do realize that. It's not like they're going to have the big vehicle to ride him around. So.
I'm going to see if I can catch up. Tata, darling.
You want me to come along?
I was going to ask you to make sure he doesn't get in any trouble, but if you want to.
Well, I do pilot active armor, so I know these things inside and out.
Reginald's like, yes, leave me to my own devices.
My plan is nearly complete. He says out loud.
Tisa stares at Reginald for a bit before going, okay, Sarah. Come along then. Wait. What's your Beauregard? She may actually mumble
Tobias.
yes, I'm sorry. This is getting harder to remember faces. Come along then. I categorize BB as the four-armed one, Drac is now the giant one, Penny's the little one. You, however, are the same sort of fake size as our prior companion.
It makes it all more or less the same thing as far as I'm concerned.
I'm pretty sure like Reginald's like, yes, I also categorize them by size and shape.
I get 2 more arms and just see how badly it throws off your classification system.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reginald, you got a
There's a way
second
we
set of
can
arms?
get around that for you.
Oh, I don't particularly care. It's fine.
It's only offensive to you.
You non-amorphous blobs all look the same to me.
Tisa's going to order a car as she's, heading down.
Okay. Well, I think there was a flatbed coming for big guy anywho, right? So
I'm not going to ride on the flatbed.
Well, they have front seats.
You wanted to ride with Drac. You're gonna ride on the left.
I was just going to follow his vehicle. I have the amazing ability
so
to
you
get
can
these
stalk
shit
us.
for free.
Yeah, but you could get Drac's ride for free.
Yeah. Okay. If
So a
Drac is still
limo
there when
pulls
she
up.
gets downstairs,
A
she'll
limo
cover
pulls
his ride
up.
and
A
ride with
stretch
him.
limo pulls up with one of those big open windows in the top. And they
it's
switch
gonna be a big
there.
bus.
Yeah.
This is a big bus that gets in there.
Drachert, darling,
Hello.
let me cover the transport. Yes, I decided you're going to come with you. I need to find some active armor or something.
Oh, wait a minute. This is expensive. You're on your own.
That sounds like a good idea.
So that leaves BB at home, or is BB going to go elsewhere?
BB is gonna. I asked him if you want to come.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
My stand doesn't want
No, I had already said I was gonna come.
to.
Alright,
All
so
right.
everybody else went with. Nice. Good.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
That's why I was like,
Well,
should we don't leave someone behind with Richard? No, I guess it doesn't matter.
To be fair,
He's going to be our ball of chaos. You realize that, right?
Well, I hope you guys didn't want the donuts you left there.
Lost the case of Asura.
that
Hmm.
just implies I didn't bring donuts with me, which is just
Yeah.
false.
Incorrect.
Although, yes, there would be donuts still there in case anybody wanted them. That would have been rude otherwise.
Well, they have been promptly consumed, and that leaves Reginald to basically pick out the paint scheme you will be using for your new uniforms and such.
Marvelous.
Marvelous. Guess what? It's yellow.
I like yellow.
No, it's Imperial Fist yellow. It's different. It's not good yellow.
It's or yellow.
Okay, as long as he does it in many thin coats, what is
No.
his paint?
One coat of testers.
Oh, God.
hmm
Looking it up, I'm fine with this color.
I actually like this color.
Now look it up as one coat of testers instead.
I'm sure it's fine.
Imperial Fist testers paint. There we go.
So, everyone but Penny off to the junk military surplus. Yeah.
Back to the junkyard. I like how you almost said it that way. That's nice.
Where is Penny headed to, though?
I don't know. Penny just started heading out. She was just trying to get out of the building.
She has succeeded in that, so well done. The first
So
step of your
she's
plan is
basically
complete.
going to catch the nearest ride to the nearest. You know what? Is there a? This is gonna sound terrible. Is there a micro community in this town?
Mini.
Okay. I'm going to go and
Mini.
I'm going to try to find one of those and hit the shops near those.
I wish to be among my people.
Yeah.
They'll understand my plight.
Yeah.
You are actually small amongst even micros,
I know.
but it is nice to not be among the titans that you are usually hanging around these days. But the micro community actually has a pretty big variance in terms of who they serve, because they also tend to serve small laterals who are just sort of like normal sized for their breed, but are small in general. And most of those will be about the size of you. So occasionally you'll see them moving around or doing whatever it is they do. The areas themselves are pretty big. It's kind of like walking into another city. It'll take up like a city block or something that'll be the entire population's kind of safe zone for things they avoid. There were a lot of towns who don't centralize like this because there's risks of like if there was to be an attack or something, you'd be talking about thousands of people dying at one time from a single blast. But this particular one apparently does not care or has not been quite so cautious about it.
Okay.
But yeah, you can head into this area and kind of like be
Penny
happy
hasn't
to not
actually
be
ever
stumped
been
on.
into many of these, so she's actually kind of taking it all in. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, and I mean it's neat. The signs are all more or less your size, and door frames are not these titanic things. It's actually a little disoriented because you're used to a world that isn't built on this scale. So like there's little glasses, right? It's almost inconvenient for you because you're used to getting a custom glass that is your size. These ones are just kind of standard glasses, which were a little big for you. So like it's like the Hobbit going, it comes in pints.
Yeah.
So if everything's scaled down, you feel like the world's shrinking, it's all closing in on you. Oh god, oh god.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Yeah. Penny's.
And then you realize you're just on a counter, and the person who's helping you is full sized.
Penny's just gonna, keep looking around, like, she's like this like wide-eyed tourist, you know.
What are you looking for?
Right now she's just looking for. First, she's just excited she found the place, and so she's probably gonna stop in and get food somewhere, which will be a
They have that?
novelty. And then she's gonna see if there is a dealers for armor and weapons and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. There's a variety of different stuff. Most of them are mail order, but there's a big kind of I don't know. There's a big thing going on about this sort of new facility in there, apparently by this Newman Corp, that has all sorts of things available at small sizes. And there's a bunch of the line's kind of around the block for folks that are going in and testing this stuff, but they're boasting all sorts of gizmos that normally aren't miniature to this size. Digital gadgets don't have a problem being micro-sized. Like at this point in technology, they can shrink damn near anything down to nothing.
Oh, so I can have a teeny tiny toggle.
Yeah, you can have a teeny tiny toggle and all that stuff. They can easily make it that small. It's things that require physical force, like projectiles, do no good when they're small. But you hear these guys here, and they've got targets set up, and they're like, check out my little handgun. Bam! And this target gets knocked over at, 45 caliber shot.
Yeah. Damage the building behind it, and they're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. They got ranges and stuff, and they're boasting armor that claims to have it. So there's a big setup over there.
Okay. Well, not quite what I'm hoping for. Do they have any big body socket places? I guess.
Mm-hmm. Which is an interesting thing to walk by because the displays are external. So rather than going into the store and viewing it, there's like these giant frickin' Pacific Rim Titans, that are standing by. So it's not quite that big compared to you because it's the size of a standard person, but it's still 5 times your height, so give or take. There's a series of different mechs that are basically outside the shop, and people are kind of touring them. But they don't really look like people. They look like frames for providing extra lift and stuff. Some of them have longer arms. They're like big tools for people that have physical jobs but have small bodies.
Okay, well, I'll go in and look.
Okay. Well, you can see all the stuff on the outside, and they're like, "Hi, can we help you find anything?"
I need to get a body socket.
Okay. Well, what sort of work are you doing for? We tend to customize them for what you're looking to do.
I'm doing some mercenary work, shooty stuff.
Oh, well, okay. Well, we got some great stuff with targeters, little things to hold some extra guns on, and
Okay.
They take you out to look at some designs on their display, and again, they are very functional, but they don't look like people.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little armored faceplate and stuff down in the chest section where you'd be sitting, but no head attached. The shoulders aren't necessarily in the same place. It's got free pivots so it can turn around. But
See those awesome mechs from the Matrix? We got those.
it's kind of like that, or it's a little bit like Mech Warrior. It's just kind of this pod that's got guns attached to the side of it.
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with this.
I guess that'll do.
All right. Which one are you looking for? You can kind of decide what you want it to look like, but it's not very person-like.
She's not being very picky, so she's just whatever one has okay mobility.
Yeah. So that bad guy robot from RoboCop.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright.
Such a
That bad guy robot.
Damn it.
Wait, are we talking about fucking Kane or Ed 209? What are we talking
209, the gun one.
Alright, yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
I'll get that one.
Over there, and they're like, great, and they started printing up, and it's marvelous because as it's being built, the little construction arms are putting it together there as you're watching through the window, and the music starts to build up. But there's definitely some showmanship to it, and you can see the guy who's running the place is like this big. I don't know. We're gonna make him. We'll say he's a bird. It's just a micro bird. But he's got this big ass grin on his face, like he loves it every time this fucking happens.
I don't know. I think it'd be way funnier if it was a macro running the place.
No, it's the little guy who gets to watch the giant robots.
Possibly large dude.
Well, this is a micro community, so it has to be.
He wouldn't get through the doors.
He wouldn't be able to get in.
Yeah.
It's too
I didn't say he
small.
ever left.
I don't think they'd want to
They
try to
built the
house
store
that.
around him.
He'd fall over and take out the entire block.
No, they built the
Now
store
we've
around
fallen
him.
apart and
He
tried to
lives
justify
in the
this
store.
joke.
Alright.
But it's putting itself together, and as the music's playing, and the actual boarding system boards from below as opposed to stepping into it like most of them do. So there's a like descending harness that goes down through the legs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thanks.
All right. Well, you can't obviously drive it
Can I
through here.
can I get it delivered then?
Yeah, and we can send it to where you want.
All right. I'll give him the address where it needs to be delivered at. Thank you.
Okay. Sure. And he'll it gets zoomed away essentially.
Yep. All right. Well,
They just attach thrusters to it.
It gets pulled away on a rack that kind of brings it into the ground, and it's all very kind of fun looking, but he looks almost a little disappointed that you weren't quite as excited about it as some of the other people that come through. Like that last one that came by that was totally like freaking Kung Fu Panda pulling all over it, just giant robot. It's like, oh, I thought it'd be kind of fun.
Thanks so much.
Sure. Come back when you enjoy life.
Don't worry, it won't be long.
Ooh. Hello.
Alright, and Penny's gonna head back to the hotel. That's all she had to do.
Right. Actually, you don't have a gun that size, do you?
No, I don't. I'm gonna have to order stuff for the suit.
No, you don't. Just use your assistant.
This is the unfortunate thing. Penny's not used to running those kind of guns. She uses her bow, so she's just kind of
on the giant robot. It's just gonna go like with its little fingertips.
Yeah, so she's kind of doing the whole, well shit, I've got to get armor for this thing. I've got to find a weapon for it to use. She's just gonna go back to the Pulse place and just order something.
That's so, like, as is often the case with your purchases, it is immediately followed up by various advertisements for like additional accessories and other purchases, one of which is from the Lumen Corp offering to miniaturize the purchase you just made.
I'm gonna put that in to remind me later.
Too funny to let go.
I'm gonna, and I'll give it like a thumbs up. You know, sometimes you can rate things on websites. I give that like a thumbs up of yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, they're never gonna leave you alone now.
Oh, they already have me in for a whole bunch of products. I think they have my name already. So, I am gonna like browse through their products and see if they have like a recommended armor set or something like that to take. If I can find it on my toggle, I'll order it while I'm out heading back.
Well, you can find pretty much anything that's available, so.
Okay, yeah, I'll just throw I'm just gonna throw some random armor set on it.
I just had a scary thought. She gets that. She gets this offer to micronize a active armor for her.
That would have been hilarious, but I still can't do that because they need me to pretend to be a regular vector. So, can't do it.
Plus, they already have it in small size now, too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a power armor within a power armor!
Yeah,
I will go through there.
Yeah, I'll buy, I'm just gonna buy some set of medium armor. I'll figure out what it is.
Alright. Those of you who are heading off to the surplus vehicular store, you will arrive sometime later. It is a large area. It doesn't really seem to have any print services around, which is sort of surprising. But it's for reclaimed stuff that isn't necessarily custom, and it gives people an opportunity to buy hardware in a busted up shape that's been collectible or has seen some action, or maybe some other stuff.
No.
So if you guys want to just search the place, you can, they offer to let you around and look at what's there. If you want to search for specific people, you can start rolling.
Because we want to keep this off the books in general, I think she's going to, turn to the office and go, rather than just browsing the wares, maybe we should try and find somebody that looks like they'd be willing to sell wares beneath the board.
Might be a good idea.
Kind of sloop
If
out.
we're on Mars, I could direct you to someone, but...
Well, if we're on Mars, it would be fabulous, wouldn't it? Unfortunately,
On Mars, I think my sister married one of them.
What was that?
But if we're on Mars, I think my sister married one of my sisters married one of them. Granted, I think she then also sent him to prison, but you know.
She married a plane? Goddamn aeromorphs.
Swooping out the vehicle, I'm going to start searching.
All right. Those of you who are looking for shady contacts can either go to the Sunglass Superstore, or you can do a community perceive and search.
Okay, I'm choosing Sunglass Superstore.
Uh,
Oh. Pretty. I have 2 simplifiers on communication. Oh, wait. But we're not communicating.
you're not communicating.
They're using search, aren't we?
Yeah, just to find folks.
10 plus.
Aren't you gonna have to get 2 sets of active armor? Because Beauregard can't use his set.
They've actually never seen his set.
Yeah, but if they
We'd
end
be
up
working
bringing us
for
on
them.
the ship, we'll end up bringing his set with. We need to make sure it doesn't look the same.
Or he stays out of active armor and in another disguise, either way.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could fly the plane.
Yeah, weren't we getting him to fly the plane?
Yeah.
Well, I
that's
thought we needed as many people boarding as possible, though, weren't we? That's why we were having.
Yeah, we're planning for the landing and then
Yeah.
sorting.
Mm-hmm.
Just get a bunch of decals that you can put all over your active armor, so when you're done, you can rip them off,
Okay.
and it looks like completely different active armor.
I just thought we were having Drachert run it with autopilot until, when we were boarding, because we were gonna leave him in the car, basically.
I think that's where we left off, was you were going to have, I mean, some people might stay on the plane and be shooting or something like that, but one guy was going to be piloting, it was going to be Drac, because he couldn't
Yeah.
really go on the thing.
We can't disguise him.
We
No,
can't.
man,
There's
we
absolutely
tried.
none.
Okay, Tisa, you are able to find somebody who's kind of like, they look like they're a customer, like they're sort of perusing the area, but they have a little bit too much knowledge of the layout. So they're either a repeat person, but they're a repeat person who seems to be looking more at people than at the stuff that's around. It just kind of has that air of somebody who might be on the payroll, maybe.
Okay. I will swoop up to him and go, "Hey kid, want to buy some drugs?" No, wait, hang on. We're buying stuff. That's
Death sticks, is that what we're
Be
going
like
with?
spice. You spice, kid?
Yeah.
Spice?
It's spice. Okay, we're at one of those occasions where the character should probably be better at this than the players. But she's gonna saddle up and go, interesting wares around here.
What the fuck are you?
Just somebody looking for a little help.
I don't think we sell anything that's gonna help with this. I don't even know what this is.
Oh no, this is far beyond help. Don't worry, darling. It's not contagious or anything.
Good.
But I am looking to acquire a couple of things for a little operation.
Did you need like legs or?
No, more something akin to a in-atmosphere combat ship and perhaps some active armor.
You're not a cop, are you?
No, far from it.
Okay. I don't know why I always ask that. I mean,
I'm
fuck,
not supposed
I'm
to tell you if you ask.
oh fuck if I know, man. I just gotta learn this from the last guy. He will bring you kind of in the direction of a back sort of area,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of walk into what appears to be another section of the overall facility.
True.
And she'll follow around.
Yeah.
Okay. As he gets in there, there is a sudden sound of 2 other assault rifles being lifted, and behind you, through the doorway or the area that you just walked through, having waited, are 2 other guys with weapons that are drawn on you.
Going to wave casually at them.
It's like, so I'm just gonna ask again to make sure we're all on the same page. You're not a cop, right?
Again, far from it.
All right, do your community roll here.
Okay, so a double simplifier. What does that do for me now?
It's an automatic max dice roll on the thing.
On one of the dice, I only rolled 2 dice.
On the stat die, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's good, because I don't have any actual bonuses beyond that. Apart from my actual stat.
So that
Okay,
plus 12.
so plus 12.
Yeah, so 29.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah, that's within the threshold, easy. So he goes, all right. So who's with you? What's this little operation we got going on?
You've probably you may be able to see a couple of my companions out in the yard still.
What, the big guy, the forearm guy, and what, the kid?
Yep, those are them. It's just a little scare operation, nothing major, but we need to put on a big show.
How big a show are we talking?
Enough that people think they need to hire out an incredible team to protect them.
I like those shows. Those shows are fun. Hang on, come back over here. All right, so what are you saying? Space, not space?
We'd rather not take this out of atmosphere. If it goes out of atmosphere, we've already fucked up. So within suborbital.
Oh, you're gonna have problems with cops.
Yes, that's actually part of the plan.
Oh shit! There's some balls hidden somewhere in that goopy mess you got, buddy. Come over here. How long does it need to last?
Oh, how long would it approximate a mission like this would actually be, Svi?
Well, the whole operation should only take place over the course of like an hour tops. Like you should only have a few minutes in the air to.
If it could last a couple of hours at most.
All right. You gonna get shot at?
Probably.
All right. So then,
if we get hit by that gun, we're going to go down anyway. So.
Oh, so you want to avoid getting hit?
Avoid getting hit is preferable.
Okay. How many people you got to fit in this?
The very large man.
Oh shit, that's a problem.
Yes, that is a problem. Very aware about that over the last few days.
Well,
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, what's he doing for you?
He shall be piloting / engineering. We're hoping you have something we can wire up the controls to the piloting system to the engineering, perhaps.
Oh shit. Maybe. I don't have a cockpit in this whole place that'll hold that. Come here. And he takes you over to the back to what kind of looks like a large cargo helicopter. But it's got some modified sys to it. It actually isn't using rotors. It's got some boost to it, but the interior basically looks like one big storage area. That the cockpit and the engineering station are more or less exposed to each other. And he goes, all right. So you can get in here, right? Not have to kind of sit cross-legged over here in the corner, but I guess that'll work for you. What are the rest of you planning?
Let's see. I would like to be in a suit of active armor just to keep my very distinct visage out of sight.
Okay, so we're the big thing. How many more of those you got?
Let's see. You mind if I make a call? You're welcome to monitor it if you're worried about me calling out to.
You go ahead.
She'll call up the rest of the group. Darlings.
Yes.
Well, what exactly is our plan with armament? What sizes are we accommodating here?
Well, the question is, do you want me seen?
No, we don't want to be seen. And you said you're an active armor pilot with your own?
Yes.
If we're going to be working for them, we don't want that seen either. Are you capable outside of it?
At very long ranges, but yes.
Okay, that's good. Penny dear, are you there?
Yeah, I'm just getting in a car heading back to the hotel.
Did you manage to get yourself something?
Yeah, I got a socket.
Oh, average sized?
I guess. I didn't really take any measurements of it.
What do you plan to be doing, dear? Are you going to be
I ordered a set of storm armor for it. I guess I'll just.
Would you like to borrow my rifle, darling?
Nah, I didn't want to bring yours because it's kind of,
Distinctive.
Yeah, I was just gonna. I'll just grab some crap one, I guess.
Okay.
I got a little shotgun you could use.
Nah, I'm better with range. More longer range. So,
And
yeah,
what are we doing about Benton?
Or I could get, I guess, some SMGs or something. Just kind of do something different to break the mold. I don't know. I don't know. What are you guys doing with Benton?
Keep in track.
Benton is actually on the line, I would assume.
Yeah.
What What do you mean?
We've got to do this operation without them discovering who we are, darling. So we need to disguise you or keep you out of sight.
But that's dishonest.
Yes,
Why
it
would
is.
we
We're very
be-
dishonest people, darling.
No, they would have actually told, stings
It
and
wouldn't be in this
undercover.
world. They're incapable of.
No, but that doesn't mean he didn't get fired for not being able to do that. It just means
Doesn't
it has
mean
been
that I
explained.
did do that.
Yeah.
Because not all cops are involved
Yeah.
in stings. and
Yeah, he's not. He
undercover
wasn't. He
work.
wasn't a
I was
detective.
assuming
No.
getting into the actual vetting of, hey, you are now a TTI fucking Monster Hunty special person.
You mean this thing that we're going through right now?
I assumed there was
But
a-
you could pitch it to him as like undercover work or as like a sting job or something like that.
Maybe we're doing undercover cop stuff, okay? So it's just we're pretend we're it's just undercover. We're just trying to make sure that they don't know too much, and we're just trying to get the information because we don't want them to run and then we won't get the information about what happened to Lynn. This is investigator work. Like in the cop shows when they investigate, it's like that.
Only if the investigators were a SWAT team.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, BB. I know. If you're not comfortable, maybe you can stay on the ship and help Drac.
But if they're doing something wrong, can't we just stop them?
It doesn't always work like that, BB. Sometimes if you just stop them, we won't get the information because they won't tell us. Because they're the bad guys, remember? They won't help us just because it's what they're supposed to do. They're doing bad things.
Well,
That's why they're the bad guys.
But it doesn't mean you should be dishonest.
Honestly.
Tisa's gonna hang up. Okay, assume the macro, an active armor user, and 3 average size vectors.
All right. Penny can continue her conversation.
so
now.
Go on.
Yeah, if Penny's going to attempt to relate to Benton that sometimes good people have to do bad things, because sometimes a cop shoots an assailant on accident and they don't mean it. So
And they
these
should be
things happen.
discharged.
They should be discharged.
But,
She's
yeah.
Penny is commiserating with them that she thinks that doing bad things for a good purpose is hard to do, and she says that that it's our job to try to find out when it's going too far and stop it.
Benton goes, "Oh, it's now," and crashes the ship.
Fucking paladins.
But BB is going to commiserate with Benton because, she doesn't like being this dishonest either all the time.
Sir, did you just say
BB?
BB is going to
Yes.
commiserate?
No, Penny's
with
going to
Ben?
be is commiserating with BB. Sorry, she's apologetic that they're doing this, but all they're asking you to do is put on a set of armor, tuck the arms in,
Shoot
and just
if you
don't
die.
talk and shoot if you have to.
I can't really very easily hide my arms.
Well, we can get some armor maybe to just kind of tuck them in. We'll just make you look a little bit more
with the
barrel
other
chested.
arms, or do you put up there robes?
Just don't use the second set for anything, okay?
Which says the second set, eh?
Top or bottoms, eh?
I want to use my right. I'm good with my rights.
I was never very good with the left hand, so I had to use the right hand install.
Okay, so I
And-
know. Well, get me an extra set of arms. That'll solve
If
it.
you get another set of arms, if we can get this put on the bill, it will distinctify you enough. But you need to get them removed before we go back to work with these guys.
Can we get some robotic arms?
Yeah.
No, but we can get some, like, pipe cleaner and...
It's got 8 arms. Oh
This
my
isn't
god.
BB, this is a spider.
Okay.
Spider.
Oh, I'm gonna give it my best with BB, and I'll let BB's character player decide how he wants to handle it.
He is going to stay conflicted, but he's not outright stopping you.
Okay. Penny doesn't sound that like. The more she talks to BB, the worse she feels about it. So
Oh god,
you're
I'm
winning
convincing
her
myself.
over.
This guy's just so wholesome.
He's the most genuine person Penny knows. She loves him to death.
It makes me feel bad about all of my life decisions.
It does.
That's what he's here for.
I've agreed to hide one set of my arms behind my back, but I don't see how that's going to help the antlers. You show up to
Cross
the
his
thing
arms
and
in
it's
front of him and then put on a fat suit.
Yeah, the antlers, the hooves.
You could maybe be played off as a deer. We don't know. It's just
What we've discovered is disguise in this setting is really hard.
It is
Yeah,
really hard to disguise very iconic looking
that is the
animals.
thing. Yeah, that is the thing. It's kind of what I want you guys to decide how you want to do it. It may turn out that BB just can't be part of the
Let's get him a
disguise.
new body modification.
Puts you down
body.
Alright, so me and
temporary
Baby are just gonna go
micro-
get new bodies. I'm gonna come out as a deer, and he's gonna come out as a hamster. And then we're going back at this.
So both of you disguise as each other, and the whole plan falls apart. Well done. All right, so all right, so I guess I got 2 options for you that may work. It just kind of depends on how good your pilots are, right? If you're going to have multiple active armors in there, you're going to need a bit more lift, especially if you're going to have the macro in the back and a little extra room. So that's this boat over here. The problem with this one is it turns like a tug. So dodging that whatever the fuck it is you think is shooting at you problem, not so great in this ship. You go with this option over here, I don't think you're all going to lift in it. Especially not if you're packing heavier arms like that, but it turns better. It'll probably outperform a spacecraft in an atmosphere, provided you don't, get nicked too hard.
Would it manage with just the macro?
As long as he wasn't planning on moving. He's not getting out if it gets shot, though.
He seems like the sort that would go down with the ship.
I hope so, because that's where he's going if it gets hit.
Oh, depending. It would take some rather good piloting, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a dodgy little shit. It got here in one piece after taking on 3 birds of a superior make. But, it's kind of a glass cannon. Also, it doesn't have a cannon, so mostly it's just glass.
Okay, darling up just Drachert, darling.
Yes.
So, how do you feel about this? Slow and likely to get shot at, but can carry all of us, and in heavy gear, or very speedy, unlikely to get shot, reliant on your piloting, but also likely to take you down with it if it goes.
You're understanding that I am not a good driver, yes?
Not a good driver. Okay, he says he's not a good driver.
Well, you might be fucked either way. I could probably find you a driver.
Parts of this plan that are horrible.
There's a lot of this plan that's got horrible.
Really, it's why.
This is
plan
really just
is-
like one big thing that's going to just blow up in our faces.
The badly turning one is it still have a good top speed.
Yeah, I mean, it's strong. It's pretty well armored, too, but that does kind of depend on what's shooting at you.
Okay, Drachert, dear, tell everybody to get bug out balls. We'll go with this one.
Okay, okay.
That doesn't help for falling from the sky.
It'll be funny though.
You'll still impact inside the ball.
No. See, we'll crash the ship, and then Then, just
What?
before it hits the backup balls,
Wait,
unless it
so
counts as no
bug out
falling damage.
balls aren't like that thing from The World Is Not Enough?
Why don't we just load it with
Oh,
that
man.
crash foam, so just in case.
It's a good idea as well. Hopefully someone will recommend that once they see the disastrous choice.
Huh, there's no
No,
more
Penny's
air
already
here.
accepted that she
Shit.
was told to get just a regular socket, a regular armor. She's just doing what Keel wanted. He's the mastermind here. It's all Keel's fault at this point.
So Keel's the one to blame for this horrible plan.
It is. It's all Keel. Keel did this.
Okay. Yes, we'll take that one. And active armor. What are your options here?
Is it gonna get seen by anybody?
Probably.
Well, I mean, like, how are you getting it from place to place?
She points at the ship.
All right. I mean, if you're picking it up straight from here and it's not coming back, then that's
my-
good.
We'll make sure it doesn't survive, even if it does.
Step into my parlor, and he brings you back to a kind of shaded area where there are pieces of kind of mixed-matched gear stuck together. It says, "This is what I got. They're all working mostly."
Yeah. Mostly it will do just fine. What am I looking at, Svi?
You can have any of the new ones because I mean, I kind of want to try them all.
Any particular you want tested?
Not really. They all sort of need it, so pick your favorite.
Okay, to be seen
Actually, I
show
think-
off Ghost Kill.
I was gonna say that the stealth one is probably beyond his tech level, so
Yeah.
you might not have that one. But
And also kind of like antithesis to what we're trying to do.
Yep.
Okay, oh, do you have the weaponry to go along with these?
Yeah, well, some of them. What do you want?
What's good for taking down a ship, potentially?
Another ship. Not
Yes,
that one though. He goes. I mean, I guess it depends on what it is you're trying to go after. If you're gonna board the thing, you're gonna want a quick way in. So the gauntlets over here, these guys, or the perforator, that's a good one too. You slam that one against a ship hull, they're not gonna want to leave atmosphere. So it's a good way to keep them from running away.
Gauntlets? That sounds like my purview, she says, those claws briefly appearing.
Well, I mean, that's all real impressive and shit, but this is supposed to be a bomb defusal unit. It doesn't really work on moving targets. It's nice against a door and maybe somebody who's unconscious, but if you got somebody who's actively fighting back, it's kind of a waste of money.
But if we were able to take the ship down first...
Yeah, well, I mean, you can go like hold the wing and melt it or something like that. Actually, you'd have to do it from the inside. The outsides are going to be heat proof.
So perhaps not too handy then.
Yeah, well, unless you're planning on getting inside. Honestly, I default toward physical violence myself, so anything that's got a big long piston in it's usually a good thing for taking out a wall.
Yes, but there's the matter of getting the ship down first.
Well, it'll go down.
Okay, let's try that piston out then. Any ranged armament available?
Yeah, I got these. They shoot bullets.
Marvelous.
This one over here doesn't. It shoots like a laser or something. I don't
Laser.
have the battery.
But the heat shield, no.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's really what you want for your current. Oh no, maybe this one here shoots like a bullet laser.
A bullet laser, marvelous. We'll go with that.
It's like a blazer, I guess.
Sev, we're still outside. Me and Drax are still outside. We're not back there with her, correct?
Yeah, she went into kind of a back alcove thing.
Okay.
I take them along for advice and then goodbye.
Yeah.
She's asked the important questions like, Drac, can you drive? No? Okay.
I've got an idea. I want to try the rangefinder out and we can like bolt me to the side of the ship.
Okay. This one's particularly good if you want to shoot people because it's got like I don't know, you can put a couple things on it that shoots people.
Ah, perfect. That is my cup of tea right there.
That's good. I like it when people get shot.
Right.
I like it when there's tea.
So your fee.
No, I'm Joe. But
Hello,
right,
Joe.
no,
How much do you want?
right. No, I get it. This large exorbitant sum.
Okay. All right. I will wire this and hope that the company doesn't get mad at me.
You're gonna get this emoticon back from Kyo going, the fuck is this? All right.
Pay
Now,
a degenerate to be a degenerate. What the fuck do you want?
we got a warranty
Meanwhile,
on
Kill got
every...
the bill from me, which was actually much less.
There's a warranty on everything you buy. It lasts until which point that you take ownership of it. And after that, you're on your own. Nothing you get gets returned. In fact, if we see anything you get come back, we're going to shoot you on the way in and claim we never saw you. And also, I heard nothing about any shit you're doing.
Marvelous. Yes. I doubt you'll be seeing us again unless we need something brand new and unrelated to anything else.
Oh, that's okay. We like repeat customers, unless they're customers we don't like.
Well, I hope I fall into the first camp.
That kind of depends on whether or not you come back with this here stolen gear you're buying.
And don't worry, you'll never see it again.
It goes great. Get out. You can pick it up when you're ready.
Ta-ta. Sure, head on out.
I need to, I'm so like missing my freaking orange tabby that we had on Mercury. I want to play this fucker.
I want more scumbags. Can I have more scumbags?
Just, or the random asshole from Futurama who's the janitor / construction worker / not Scruffy, but
no shits.
not Scruffy, but the other guy, the fat guy who's like,
Oh,
yeah, finds about
How's
that.
it going?
No, don't leave me, I'm scared. Of course you is. It's the human conditions.
Okay, I'm gonna head out to the group. Darlings, I have some marvelous death traps.
So what did you end up with? You got
Okay. Slow ship, well, bad turning ship.
Yeah.
A rangefinder suit, and I figure I was gonna stick a perforator on one arm. Pick a gun of some variety and another gun.
I actually think that particular suit doesn't take melee weapons. Let me see if it's got it on there.
Doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
It just says 2 hard mounts in addition to its arms. These can equip additional land range weapon apiece, but
Okay,
that's
so
fine.
the regular arms can take stuff then.
If you want to change that, yeah.
No, yeah, we can do it. I thought it had some advantage for holding still. Maybe it's just
Entrenched rangefinder can link its weapons. If linked, extra weapons can be fired using 2 power. So I think the purpose is
yeah,
if
you
you have
fire
a-
the main ones.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can't link the extra
okay.
one.
I may forget the range. I may forget the punchy thing then, and just hope to blow through a hole with guns.
Well, you only got the one gun, didn't you?
I thought I figured we'd buy enough guns to outfit it. But
Okay.
if I only get enough gun, then we can say I just picked up a grizzly or something.
Let's see here. Let's decide what you've got now with you. It's
Or
not
maybe a penguin suit.
a penguin suit. You also only got one suit, so if you wanted to get the second one, since you got the big ship, you can send Bo back there.
That's true. Bo, darling, if you want to put your skills to the test and pick up another armor set just for this use, you may want to head in and talk to them.
Haven't we already blown our budget?
Oh, I think the budget is unlimited, much to their regret.
Just remember, you're not keeping whatever we get.
Oh yes, it all has to crash and burn.
Either that or we can erase the tracking codes.
I don't think they have tracking codes, but it would not be good to keep this stuff around.
Also, do we want Drac to fly or do we want me to fly? Because I can keep.
We
the thing
cannot
in the air.
utilize Drac for anything else.
I'm a little on the big side.
If you want to fly and he just take care of engineering, that's fine. But
They can't actually both do it. Engineering can help piloting.
Yeah. But once we're landed and perhaps boarding them, that would be handy to have you out.
I'll actually go back and take a look at what he's got.
Right?
I'm just kind of grimacing as I'm looking at all this stuff. Like, when was the last maintenance on any of these?
Well, whenever the last guys who had it did it.
That actually might have been when they got stolen.
Yeah, more or less.
For maintenance.
I mean, this one was getting a new, the thing you twist that makes the knee work. And this one over here was getting a replacement.
I actually go down and look at the knee, and I start fiddling with something, pull out a piece of shrapnel.
Hey, you found that. Great. I needed that to fix this shit over here.
I guess he took an arrow to the knee. Clank.
He's gonna grab his wrench there that you pulled out. And so yeah, I mean, you guys picked up a big one there that's pretty good with the shooting. I recommended it. Whatever the group thought it was pretty cool because it shoots stuff. If you're planning on punching stuff, maybe there's a different one that does more with the punching, or you can just get more guns. I've found that's usually a good solution.
More guns isn't always a good thing with these things. They draw a lot of power, especially that thing as he points over at the sun. Points over at the sun. That thing will suck a power supply dry.
Yeah, no, that's the sun. It's
it actually powers a lot of things. It's got solar energy these days.
Makes the day go, actually.
Actually, I can't find my power armor sheet.
It should be. I mean, it's the thing right there in HSD updates for
816.
armor. Yeah, armor 816's got it on there.
I was trying. Beauregard's just poking through the various ones. The ASR one.
Yeah.
We'll take that.
Okay. I'm gonna need monies for it.
And then he walks over, grabs the sunbeam.
I'm gonna need monies for that one too.
Same charge account.
Oh. Wow. Why are you guys even shooting people? You got a lot of money already.
I look at him because it's fun.
Oh, that's good. You should get another one of those then. I like making money. It's fun.
Unfortunately, this thing can only handle one of those, otherwise it burns the power systems. My dear, how many guns did you get for the broadside? I'm not broadside.
Fairly close. I just can't do that.
How many guns did you get for the range?
3. Why?
3. Are they paired at all?
Yes, that's the plan.
Good. And I'm just going to look over her by real quick.
I think I'll just go with 3 Earthshakers and see how that goes.
Okay.
Actually, that's probably a bad thing to try and hit with it.
You're
3
gonna be
torrents,
flying
that'll
the
do.
vehicle, yeah.
Yeah.
He's looking at it, looks at her, looks at it. So, red mist.
I'm not there.
Oh. All right. Well, we'll take that. We'll pick it up when we're ready to go. Ciao.
It wasn't time for the food yet, but yeah. See ya.
Poor guy. No one gets his jokes.
That was the second time today somebody's told me to eat. I'm on the fucking clock.
All
I'm
these
hungry
people think
now.
They are bossing me about.
Goddamn Moose comes in with donuts, got his freaking like working on this shit. I mean, I just made like 10,000 credits. I guess I could go buy a goddamn donut. Jim, do you want a donut? Yeah,
You
I
gotta
feel
pay for
guilty
your
about
own
it too.
donut. I ain't made a credit.
I done made a credits here, dude. I don't want to get a donut if you don't want to get a donut. I'm gonna feel guilty about it. It goes straight to my hips. Jim?
You should definitely not be eating donuts that way. Mouth first, then let your metabolism take care of the rest.
Listen, voice in my head. You don't tell me how to fucking eat a donut. Jim, I'm going out. I sold like 3 things of like killing stuff in a spaceship today that doesn't go into space. I feel like I hit my quota. Are we cool? Are we on for bowling?
Get the
Sweet.
fuck back to work.
All right.
Jim's an asshole.
Later.
Loud voice in the back. What?
Oh no, Sinclair, get back to work!
Hey, you work for Al.
Then you guys have stuff that you can pick up later.
Oh.
Unless you wanted to look for more things.
I've got nothing else to look for.
Then you may link back up at the hovel.
Does BB or Drek have something?
I can't really buy anything that should be useful for this mission.
Yeah, but I was wondering if you may have wanted to go and get, I don't know, a nice hat or...
They gave us a giant budget right now. We could get away with getting shit and just be like, it's for the mission.
However, like everything else for the mission, it all goes away at the end in fire.
So now's a bad time to buy a
That's the problem I
surgery.
wanted. Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be the problem is I want to get a surgery.
If it's a D macro surgery, they might let you do it, but you have to re-macro after.
That costs a lot of money.
It does. TTI doesn't want you to do this, please.
I was considering getting a transcendent implant.
Let's make him worse.
Giant man who can turn invincible suddenly.
Okay. Then we're good?
Yes.
All right, cool. Then I will be back shortly. Potty break. Hang on.
Oh my god.
Potty break time, guys.
Uh-oh.
Where is it?
Run.
Potty break time. Potty break. Whoa. There we go.
Alrighty.
So, what's the intermission that we've got going on for the streamers?
I haven't found an intermission song to play yet.
Oh,
I guess I
Hatdan,
can
you're the
think
radio man. Do it for us.
Beatbox something.
I don't have anything on a Creative Commons license that you can use.
No, this is called Nephilim Labs. Probably shouldn't play that.
I think if it's in Roll20, it's under Creative Commons, but...
There is stuff in Roll20 that I can play that is not. Because, but there's actually some other stuff
yeah,
is.
'cause you can upload, yeah.
This sounds all scary. Nah, I don't like that one. How about this? There we go. Yeah. This sounds great.
Yeah, that's incredibly appropriate too.
This is perfect.
This is BB's new theme song for his cop show.
Yep.
The
I like it.
1970s.
Yep. Totally awesome. That's
I return.
totally what we're doing for BB's cop show is this music. Way better. There's there's like basically 3 categories I can pick from for music for Roll20. The 3rd category is actually from a website that lets you upload anything, and people put up stuff all the time that you can't really use. So I've been trying to go, okay, I probably shouldn't grab from that one, but sometimes I still check to see if there's something in there. But the other two categories, whoever this Kevin McLeod guy is, he does like a lot of free music for people to use, which is extremely appreciated. So shout out to that guy who will never watch any of our streams. We thank you for your free music.
Kevin McLeod does some baller fucking good music.
It's like, thank you to all the people who never watch our streams that provide us with things, like the various people Sam occasionally commissions to get art for icons and shit like that, because Sam's own art is often really shit.
Hey, Sam, don't make me do a comic, because no one wants to see that.
I actually want to.
So,
I don't know
which
who
comic
no
would
one
you
is.
be doing?
Dan, should I dig up one of the old ones?
Oh god, I don't want to see that.
And Gallagher at the same
Oh,
time.
Gallagher's not a comic.
Hey, Dan.
He's a fruit assassin.
Should I dig up one of the old ones? I think I still got them somewhere on this computer.
You have any classic Donkey and Vampire?
I think I do somewhere.
Is this something that I'm going to see and then struggle really, really hard to be polite about?
No, because you
Probably.
shouldn't look at it. Also,
Yeah,
there's no
actually.
reason to be polite about it. I know it's shit.
Let's see.
I knew then it was shit. I definitely
It was
know now
made with
it
the
is
express
shit.
purpose of being shit from other
It was made with, like, here is the abundance of not being able to do art. But fuck you people, this is what you get.
I don't think I do have it actually. The more I look, I don't think I have
Yeah,
specifically the Donkey and Vampire.
Oh
I
no.
got nothing.
That's unfortunate.
But I wanted to see.
Well, are you really saying that? Because...
I'm totally saying that. This is my serious voice.
I mean, you could
Sounds-
take one. It'll take you all 5 minutes.
It doesn't sound like a sarcastic so much as like a "this is me haunting you" voice, or like being a wispy ghost voice.
I want a cookie.
And I
See,
apparently
that
have
can never
lost
be
all.
like sarcastically, so obviously it's not a sarcastic voice.
Oh, I have a song here called Awkward Meeting. I want to hear this one. What was this?
Just a recording of someone going. So this is
So-
my song. I hope you like it.
This sounds entirely too.
Oh, right. I'm not sleeping today. That's it.
Break time.
Ah,
As soon as the
congratulations.
game is over, I'm watching the Defenders.
There we go. This is perfect. Why didn't I use this for the intermission?
Ta-da!
Oh, great.
Oh,
I find the perfect song.
Well, is everybody back?
Is everybody?
I think so.
I'm here.
I mostly okay.
Cronos
Yeah, everyone's
the
here.
only other person, so yeah, Cronos didn't leave.
Okay.
What if
Alright, I stopped playing the music. We're good.
No, keep it going. We'll
Nope,
just run
nope,
it.
nope. Music. Or is this the music we want to have playing while we're trying to do this tragedy that we're about to do?
Yeah, it's definitely stealthy subterfuge.
This is only the tone of the game right now of the
pretty
idiots that
amazing.
don't know what they're doing.
Silent
Yeah.
film version of our
What's that
bad
thing?
subterfuge.
I like it. I like it. Oh god, that's horrifying. Cronos, take it away.
Speed, did you see the thing I linked for you?
I did, it's cool. Like it.
Cool.
I was also enjoying this frickin' song. I've never been so stoked for a Sonic title.
oh, okay. The song.
oh, the thing I liked?
Yeah, the Sonic Mania thing? That sounds authentic.
I'll give you a fun fact.
What?
It's not in it.
If it's by Silva Gunner, which that one is, it's not an actual fucking game track. It's close, but
Oh.
it's off. It's damn close to the actual Studiopolis music for that though. But it mixed in a old ad for a thing called Totino's, little
Oh.
pizza roll things.
sad panda. I only heard a few
No,
seconds,
the actual-
of it, but it sounded good.
The actual track is honestly really, really good.
All right. Anywho, okay, the music has to stop.
I'm
I can't-
stopping
I
it. I'm
can't-
stopping it. I'm stopping
I can't concentrate. There's no way I can narrate with that going on.
it. I did it.
I can't even take myself
This is how we
seriously.
win.
So, guys, as soon as combat starts,
Okay, we need to set up some speakers on this ship, and just have that playing as we go into combat.
Okay. So the time arrives that you have begun this grand operation, or I guess it kind of depends on if you want to leap into it. If you want to do so, that is
We
fine.
haven't got BBs out of the skies.
Yeah, well, that we have to decide how you wanted to end that.
BB is not going to complicitly attempt to obtain a disguise. I'll tell you this.
Benton, darling.
maybe he should stay here and watch Reginald.
He could, but he's very handy to have around.
That's because he's got 4 arms.
Oh, he could use 2 arms and still be marvelous. You're fantastic, aren't you, BB? I bet you could take all of these people on with 2 arms tied behind your back.
Are we trying to kill them, or
No,
We're
just
not trying
scare
to
them.
kill
doesn't
them.
sound like a good idea to tie my hands behind my back, though. They might notice. It'd be weird.
No, because then we maybe we can put a robe on him. No, that's weird. No one goes into combat in a robe.
Well, I know there's a movie or two about that.
Star Wars reference.
What do we do with
It,
him?
it actually wasn't.
Well, it could be.
It could be. By the way, robes would offer hoods theoretically.
Yes, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, which will do great for those antlers.
Yes. Why is your head so bulky?
Oh no, we're being attacked by a hammerhead.
Benson,
The other
dear.
option, afro my damn.
Now, if you really don't want to, you just need to say it. But how do you feel about shaving, removing your horns, trimming them back?
No,
No,
no.
you don't like that idea.
They're the source of my power, eh?
That's where the donuts come from.
Well, in some cases, yes.
Oh, maybe you're right, Penny dear. It's
Well, what if we just put him with the police?
who said that?
Probably
Thank
healed
you,
at this
stealing
point.
suggestion.
at
Okay.
this point, well, we need to have the police coming in anyway. We could
Are the
just have
police
them
on
bring
our
them
side? Have we arranged that? Did you
in.
arrange that?
Ish. In a kind of sort of way. Yeah.
Is this in a after we're taken in way?
You will be escorted to a location where your gear will be confiscated, and then presumably you will be left alone.
Okay, that gear needs to be destroyed, otherwise we're gonna have some people very angry at us.
Yeah, well, I mean that's kind of the confiscated, destroyed. You know, it would be kind of good to have maybe somebody there to oversee that process.
Okay. Do you like that idea, BB? Being the proper policeman once more? Were you a proper
You say
policeman? I
that
can't judge.
stuff is stolen.
No, you guys bought and paid for it. I've got it on the receipt here.
Yes, we didn't steal anything.
No, okay.
Very careful wording.
No, actually, it would have been, well, in that case, then it should be destroyed because it is illegally obtained property, and thusly. Well, yeah, we should probably destroy it if it's dangerous.
It's
Would
very
make sense.
dangerous, yes. But after the mission.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for the reminder, eh?
Proper custody and everything.
Oh yeah, we're
too.
doing stuff, eh?
I always was good about following the chain of custody for that stuff.
Thanks, BB.
Mostly because that was my job.
You got
I'm
my
sure
back,
you were
right,
very
BB?
good
Well, yeah.
Thanks.
You got all our backs. We're relying on you,
I
buddy.
don't think I have enough hands for that.
That comes out as awkward as it actually sounded from her.
See, Penny doesn't actually sound awkward about it. She actually is like, you know, she has some trust in her
Penny's
friend.
genuine.
Penny's genuine.
Oh, so should I go with the cops, or
You'll be ready. You go with them, okay?
should I get out my old uniform then?
That's up to them. I don't know.
Actually, BB, why don't you come with us, and we'll. I think I've got a place where we can put you.
See this
Okay.
box that
6
says
feet
time
under.
machine. Have fun.
Turns out I'm your father. All of your father.
Keel,
My God,
is,
BB's actually visitor.
Oh my
Keel's
God.
going to basically bring you to the precinct where they've got this kind of thing set up. And while it isn't going to be necessarily discussed, actually he'll kind of discuss it a little bit. I'll bring it up. Okay, so BB.
Well, it's not going to be necessary to discuss. Wait, no, it's a terrible idea.
It's just like, BB, so we need to kind of ensure that this whole exchange takes place properly, because this whole plan is part of a larger operation, and while the local ARPF has agreed to work with us, I just want to make sure that they know there's a deal going on here. So what we're going to do is put you with their unit as a bit of a kind of show of good faith, so that we can make sure everybody is keeping in mind of what's supposed to be taking place. They're going to come, they're going to collect all the dangerous equipment. You guys will dispose of it using, proper whatever it is you do. And then, you'll branch off and we'll all be good.
Okay.
My concern here is that some of the weaponry that we have might be used against us in a kind of blackmailing kind of way. I don't know these people personally, but if you're in there with them, you can ensure that it all gets disposed of the way it's supposed to be.
So, who is supposed to be in charge then?
Well, it'll be their unit, so you'll be in as a sort of a transfer for this one operation. I guess you'll be following their command. To the point that you feel is right, knowing that you work for us. You do work for us, right? BB?
You said I'd be working for them.
No,
The concern here
BB.
is that you didn't get any of it.
BB, listen very carefully.
Alright, then Keel's gonna call back and go, send Penny.
Or drag the other cop.
You're going to be working for us with them.
Okay.
So
Are you also working for us?
you ultimately answer to us, but in the course of things that do not directly go against my orders, you will answer to them. Me higher, they lower. You a little lower
How
still.
do I
but still
explain this in colors and shapes?
Okay, so I follow their orders.
Whatever you do, don't press that button.
And unfortunately, somewhere Lynn
I
dies.
am Groot.
Someone has to remember at some point that I did, in fact, play the "this is my boss, this is my direct boss" game, and follow the direct boss game, not the higher ups. So
None of us remember this, unfortunately.
okay, yeah, that was
I remember this game, and that's true to
At
be.
this point, I don't think there is anything that can be done to change the course of what's going to happen. So
let's just go with what's happening. Keel needs to eventually lose this battle of wits.
No, Keel just needs to pull enough strings that BB's in charge of that unit. It will go. Who knows?
Swimmingly.
I don't know, it might go terrible. It's kind of a 50-50 at that point.
All right, BB, how can I arrange this in a way that will like work out for you, not turning us all in? Not. I need you. You work for us on a higher level. You are just being temporarily assigned to this unit. Right after once it becomes clear that their actions are in conflict with ours, you will still come back to us. But if they're not, then you'll follow their direct orders until your assignment is over, which is all of like a day from now, if that.
what do you think is happening?
What do you think is happening? Right.
Where do you think you are?
If you say so.
Oh God, no.
Keel's remembering suddenly. Oh God, that's right. It took like 8 years to get him past this point. No.
The problem is he's also very bad at this.
Yeah.
Keel and Aiden are not supposed to be mission commanders. They weren't. Their overall unit authority and stuff, but the actual on-site was not their job.
Penny's actually gonna call up over to Keel because they've already gone, right?
Yeah, they left.
Is everything going okay with BB?
It's not going to pick up the phone right now because he's busy trying to make sure that like this isn't going to end in tragedy.
Okay.
By the way,
So this is going to end in tragedy because Keel won't pick up.
Yeah. So the phone rings, or the toggle rings.
He'll look down and be like, Penny, no, that's just Penny, yes.
Is everything okay with BB? I know he was really kind of unsure with things. I had to have a talk with him.
I don't know. This is not a situation we ran into very often last time.
Oh, well, what do
Normally
you
you just
mean?
go shoot
BB's like our
giant
moral
monsters.
compass.
What?
He's like the
What?
most genuine person on this damn team.
Listen, we're doing stuff that's outside the purview of our normal operations.
Just make
here.
sure that BB knows that he is there as a representative to make sure that your request is honored, and that is it. If he volunteers to help them in any other way, that is not him being subservient to them.
BB, Penny wants to talk to you.
Okay.
Hey, BB.
Sure.
Oh, hi there.
So did Keel tell you you're basically gonna go in there and do what Keel asks, watch and make sure that they do what their job is, make sure it's done. You can help them if you want, but they are not your boss, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay? Alright, if you have
Am I
any other
their
questions,
boss?
call me. Huh?
Am I their boss?
No, think of them as like outside contractors. You're not really in charge of them.
Oh.
You're just making sure that the work gets accomplished. If it doesn't, you call Keel because he's your boss, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Bye, BB. I miss you. I don't want to go.
Think of them
Well,
as
you don't
like,
have to.
No, they need somebody to do the thing. Alright, I'll see you later. We go for coffee and donuts. Bye.
think of them
Then
as outside contractors.
everybody
They're not in
dies.
charge of you. Oh, it would be a lot easier if I was the outside contractor and they weren't in charge of me.
Many nails bitten later.
Keel's probably watching that interchange going, when
How
did
is
when
this the
did this
nature of
happen
her
with BB,
implant?
and when did Penny get so goddamn manipulative?
Man, losing that stutter really helped. So he will basically drop BB off at the station for the time being, and the rest of you will soon take to the skies.
Yeah, we'll go get our ship and our disastrous plan.
Yay.
No one suggested the foam, so okay.
All aboard the train wreck.
To be honest, Penny's mostly been playing damage control with emotional support for
Yeah.
BB.
Then you should get the
Busy.
damage control poem then.
No, Penny's pretty sure she's gonna go down screaming with everyone else. So it'll be fine.
Oh, it's gonna go so bad.
All right,
Okay.
this ship has a pilot station and it has a engineering station.
Oh.
So,
I guess that means Toby and Cronos have their jobs because I'm assuming I can't help with engineering as well.
not without an extra station. Yeah, it's one per person basically.
Yeah, so if he's going to be down there and that's his thing, I have no reason to help. So Penny is just going to be grudgingly in her armor and in her thing.
I'm gonna be grudgingly in my armor as well.
And so kind of angrily stomping around.
I have just a regular assault rifle. That's what I grabbed. I'm just getting the plain Jane assault rifle.
And then boarding shortly thereafter will be Reginald, dressed in the most impressive of armors.
When did Reginald even get on the goddamn ship?
Y'all left him alone in the house
And he decided he wanted to be part of this.
as part of this operation. I am here to assist.
Oh, Reginald, sweetie.
What's he in?
Shape and style.
Ha!
He's
Sweetie,
gonna
Said
that's
he
have
was in magnificent armor.
Sweetie, that's not real armor. That's for cosplay.
bullshit. He's gonna have some rather beautiful storm armor that is.
Oh, so he
like,
has storm
sculpted-
armor and Penny has storm armor. She's gonna be like, we wore the same thing. One of us has to change.
Giant active armor does a very awkward, like, body tilt to look.
Yep. He's going to have a heavy repeater on the back and a very large mechanical fist on one hand. And it's a rather pretty set of armor that looks like it was custom ordered and very expensive. The mustache is all
Marvelous,
done up.
Reginald, dear.
You are correct.
Yes. Oh, loudspeaker voice.
You're so humble.
Reginald, sweetie, you don't even have any. Oh man, just don't get hurt, okay?
That is why I am wearing armor.
This is one of those ones I
Part of the
really
thing
wish
now.
I was
It's
holding.
a bad idea.
All right,
So bad ideas.
Penny's body socket in the armor, which I mean, it's probably some sort of weird misshapen mess because of how it's like this weird body shape that they make for those things, is basically going to do the hands into the, the head into the hands, but it doesn't actually do that, so it just kind of puts the hands go up to where a head should be.
You haven't seen a standalone complex, but the touch comas are basically the example of what's going on here.
Yeah, it's
It's
just,
these little robot tanks that are like, oh god, no, why?
it's just going, oh god, why? Oh god, why?
From the pilot seat, I'm looking back at Drax, going, "Oh, this is going to go so well."
Derek is just gonna look over and kind of give this look of, yeah, would not be worst experience I've had. But
Alright, I'm going to send a message to Aiden and Keel as we start to take off. Because I'm not correcting it at this point, because we're already going. And I'll be like, we have a stowaway. Let's hope Reginald can shoot a gun.
Stowaway? I don't think he stowed away. I think he just kind of walked on board.
he's essentially a stowaway.
So, Svi,
Mhm.
would you say, like, a ship crashing and burning counts as a conventional cataclysmic situation?
I suppose it could.
Okay, I did get our bug out ball in, by the way.
I already own a bug out ball, so I'm
Did
fine.
everybody pick up their bug out balls like I suggested?
I already have one.
Sorry, I wasn't going.
In fact, I'm going to take my bug out ball from like the side of my armor and then hand it to Reginald and go, "This is for you in case it gets bad, okay?
This is too small.
It will get bigger."
Good. Because it is too small in its current condition.
Yes, it will envelop you and it will keep you safe from a impact, hopefully.
Then what is the purpose of the armor?
This impact is intended to stop you from having like a building falling on you and crushing you, or you falling from the plane and dying, maybe. The armor is for versus weaponry.
The altitude should protect us from falling buildings.
We'll see.
Maybe.
They're sneaky and they sneak up on you, so watch out.
He looks mildly concerned, like this is a property of a building he hadn't considered.
I go Drac goes places all the time. I live in constant fear.
I was going to say, you're giving the moron more reasons to be scared.
All right, so whoever is piloting, you can use mind or body, exert, and pilot, depending on how you feel the person kind of pilots a ship. Are you doing it mostly by computer or mostly by, like, hand?
Mostly by computer.
Wait, so mind...
Well, it doesn't matter because they're both the same.
Well, it matters because other stations can't assist you in the same way depending on how you're flying. It won't matter for engineering. Engineering is really kind of generic. It's just adds +1 to checks for the next turn and stuff. But for things like shooting, if you're doing crazy like body maneuvers, it doesn't do very well.
That roll looks kind of alike, and I'm in as Control V.
Yeah, 22. All right. Pilots can fly or shoot. Assistant Satans can provide assistance. Maneuvers. Okay. Get the ship going as a standard check. There you go. All right. So you have launched it. And then Drac, did you do another one? No. Okay.
I didn't do it all. I didn't know you
Okay.
were doing.
That's fine. You don't have to just yet. When you actually get into the fight, you will want to start doing them.
Okay.
So yeah, you launch off, you take off. For standard maneuvers, forward, back, nothing that you're worried about. You don't have to do a check. You're just already flying the ship.
Right.
When you get into the actual combat thing, you'll have to start doing maneuvers. That's 20, and then this will be 26. Just changing some things because this is made on the old rules. Simplify. Okay, cool. All right, you take off into the air. You guys, I think you are on the right timing. And before too long, after you cross through airspace into this kind of open zone over a rather Dragon Ball-like terrain that probably couldn't exist anywhere, but it's right over there, where large things can blow up without hurting a residence. You will spy your quarry off in the distance, and above the quarry, you will see the ship you're looking for.
There's a strange man fighting someone with green flesh down there.
Yes.
So we've got our ship, we've got a cargo bay and such, right? This big stuff's in.
Well, it's not huge. You're kind of all in the cargo bay.
Yeah. More cargo crate we're in.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. So no few ports for us that aren't flying.
Like the little drop ships from episode 2?
Episode 2. Okay, so that.
Yeah,
so we can
where you
fly
got
outside.
like big open sides kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Marvelous.
same basic premise. So you have the wind in your hair. Reginald looks amazing. The mustache is actually causing drag on the ship.
The active armor wiggles a bit
Yes.
as if in frustration.
You appear uneasy. This is the calm before the storm.
No, this is very confining.
No, I mean this is actually the calm before the storm. A weather system is coming this way.
Oh, thank you, dear. That's a good warning. Do you think
You're
it's going
welcome.
to hit us?
No, we will be past it, but this area will be quite damp come morning.
Marvelous.
It's all of a sudden crack, boom.
Do not worry about that.
I am engaging my Lego clamps.
Drachert, do you see that giant thunderhead ahead of us?
I do.
2 hours, maybe?
Looks like could be less.
Crap. I'm hitting the intercom. All right, ladies and girls, we're going in. We have a thunderstorm coming in on us. Our timetables are moving up a little bit.
What? This is supposed to be like a 30-minute engagement.
Yeah, this thing's maybe an hour out, maybe less.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, you say that now. Wait until you're inside that thing and lightning starts flying.
Listen, if we're still up in the air by the time that thing reaches this position, we have failed our mission.
You should be coming up on the ship here pretty soon. Yeah.
Sev, I'm kicking it up a little bit.
Right. Whoosh. And you will get to where they are, and they will start, trying to contact you, like, hey, yeah, whoever the ship is back there, why don't you get off our 6?
Now, when they were talking about the gun, did they tell us where the weapon was on the ship?
Mm-mm.
Okay, since I don't know space combat in this setting, do they do the entire universal everything around the ship, or do they do the entire, we're going to put the turrets on the top of the ship?
Well, typically, for most of the weapons, you're going to have rotating turrets all over the place so that you've got a large angle thing. But the one that this one is mounted with is too big for the ship, so it actually is locked in the front. Yeah. It's on a rotating on the top. They don't have a second one. The problem with going below it is it's awfully hard to board it.
No, I was going to say if it was on a turret on the top, I was going to wait till the last minute to pop up and then board. But since it's dorsal mounted,
no, it is on a turret on the top.
Oh,
but
well,
it's got a 360-degree rotation on the top of the ship. It can't shoot below it, but you can't really board very easily from below it. So
then I'm going to just stay just below its traverse.
Okay. It's going to start trying to drip, and it's going to start trying to bank, and it kind of looks like they're looking to be offensive.
All right. I would like to make a piloting roll to get us there.
Okay, so you've got 3 maneuvers that you can do while piloting. You've got a simple maneuver, which is what you've been doing, that doesn't need a check as long as you're already flying. You have a paced maneuver, which is like banking, turning, or overall kind of back and forth, which is what you're about to do. It's difficulty 20. And you've got hard maneuvers, which are like the 360s or any kind of flips or any kind of crazy thing, which are 26.
They give you a stress token.
Yeah, close enough. They change the cover for your ship depending on what it is you're doing. Some other stuff becomes more difficult, like shooting becomes more difficult if you're doing one of these hard maneuvers or anything like that. But before you do them, engineering over here can do a check to simplify all the checks you're doing.
Drac, I'm taking us in. I need as much power as I can get from those engines.
So Drac, you will do mind exert and engineering. Oh, sorry, body exert and engineering.
Okay.
Kick it a few times.
And so I know I have a simplify on this.
Okay.
Might not need it, but I have a simplify.
Yeah, solid. Okay, so your stat die is going to be simplified, Tubby. You'll have a D20 on a D12 on the first dice.
Okay. So 2.
Cool, you make it. You start pacing forward and increasing speed to catch up with them as they start veering off to the right. They're going to try to flip themselves over, shooting back in the other direction. So they do kind of barrel roll off to the left. Roll.
Hang on, it's going to get exciting.
Guy's a pretty good pilot, so he's going to have a decent roll for it. Cool, he does it. So they flip over sideways, and now suddenly their top is their bottom, facing off in your direction. You can see the gun beginning to rotate around.
Oh, the dude has a double simplify?
No, he's got a D12, a D10, and a D10 there. Oh, plus 10. Oops, my bad. Shit. Hang on. So what I had 15 plus 8 is 20, 23. So plus
Yeah.
210. Oh, that's enough anyway.
Okay.
Oh no, it isn't, because he needs a it's a hard maneuver. He needs a 26. So I need to roll better than a 3 on this, or a 3 or better on this.
Come on.
We're good.
Oh,
So he rolls it, rolls the ship sideways, and the gun starts traversing toward you.
Oh, lovely. I am going to try a maneuver. Tisa!
Yes, am I able to fire from this angle?
You are currently right behind it, so not easily. You could probably lean out the side.
Okay, fucking really active, really awkward active armor lean. Gun arms flailing about as she tries to shoot at this.
Alright.
Oh, that's right, power. So I've got to pay attention to what I'm doing. Shit. This is a terrible plan. I'm just going to quick note of PowerPoints. 12 at base, isn't it?
For this particular suit.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
that's right. The models.
Yeah.
Ones.
9 for this one.
9. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. 2 for 2 dice.
Well, it's not 2 dice anymore. Yeah, but 2 for the attack.
Okay, so 2 for the attack. Oh, no, right, that's right, because it's mechanics change.
Yeah, so it's 2 for the attack and the for shooting here. Just charge full. Charge P. There we go. Plus 2 can be added to any attack roll taken in power armor for 1 power point to a max of plus 10. So you roll 2 for the attack, and then you just add plus 2 for every point afterward.
Okay.
So normally there's nothing added to it.
Okay, so, and, right, this says, if linked, extra weapons can be fired using 2 power. Is that 2 power each, or is it inclusive of both?
It's for each one, yeah.
Okay. All right, so 6
But
power,
it gets the same bonus that the other ones would get.
6
so.
power to fire all of them. 6, 7, 8. And then I'll add plus 2 to not bottom out my power completely.
Okay.
All right. Oh. So, do you still not use your stats, or do you?
Yeah, it just uses its own. Yeah, the stats. Active armors are included with weaponry. It's not benefit from any certifications. Not affected by terrain. Yeah, I don't think you get any kind of bonus to it unless you roll a thing to it. So it's going to be 3d10.
Okay.
Yeah, active armor rolls 3d10 when making attack actions by default. Adds nothing to the roll unless boosted using power.
Okay, so my power will boost that by 2 points.
Okay.
So that's just a plus 2 on top.
Yeah.
2. Okay. A 15 miss. I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably. Well, let me look at it.
Gigantic target.
I don't know. Yeah, they have low evade, but the actual maneuver that he does also counts him as plus 6 on the thing. 15 is going to miss, I think.
Okay. And that's me done, I guess.
Okay. For the rangefinder. Use the primary weapon set dice to do us. Yeah, target same target, firing use the same power roll. Okay. Yeah, it's a miss. So several different shots go up. Toby, or Drac, you can roll to boost engineering again.
Okay.
Solid. Toby, you can either fire or move. If you stay still, it's going to have a line on you in the next turn.
Well, I don't have a gun, so.
Yeah, I don't think we did put one on that, did we?
No.
Oops.
We specifically said it did not have a gun.
Okay.
So I am going to try and maneuver.
All right. What kind of thing do you want to do?
Well, he just flipped on his side.
He flipped over, basically. I barrel rolled.
I'm going to try and force him to divert or maneuver to get the hell out of the way.
You can conceivably go above him, which would force him to flip over again.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to move towards the front, so he has
Okay.
to flip in nose.
So you're gonna have to accelerate while pulling up there. It's going to be a harder one. So
Yeah.
go for it. Do you're looking for a 26.
No.
No. Okay. So you were able to get upward, but not forward. He will pull
When
himself
you roll with a
upward
simplify, you roll with a d12 for the other one, right? So
for the stat die that he's got.
yeah, so him and Drachert both haven't been rolling their simplifies properly because Drachert has a skill simplify, I believe, for engineering. Is that right?
It's got a boom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he has. I know he has.
No,
I
as
thought
an
he has
actual
Yeah.
simplify.
So he should be rolling 2d12 plus d10.
Oh,
And
okay.
Toby should be rolling 2d12 plus d10. I'm just
Why?
pointing that out because I've noticed it. Because you've been getting a simplify from engineering check succeeding. So as long as
Yeah,
Drachert
but-
succeeds, you get 2d12s.
Oh.
What's his other one coming from though?
As piloting is a boon, I thought, right?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought that
Yeah,
was a boon.
he's
Or
only
anyway,
got the one.
Never
yeah.
mind. Yeah, then he's been doing it
No,
correctly.
I didn't have enough
Yeah.
boons.
He's been doing it correctly. Drachert needs to be rolling 2d12s.
Okay. I've corrected my thing.
I just wanted to make sure that because I know the simplify thing is different and now.
Yep. Okay. So you pull upward. He's going to basically pull downward to go up and put you back into his weapon range. Slash roll. Let's do the same one here. So he dives upward. I did the plus 10 thing again because I just did the thing again.
Roll a d10.
D10.
So it's 19 right now.
Yep. Uh, 21?
27, isn't it? He's a yeah, it's 27 because it's a 19, and then
Yeah,
plus
27.
eight,
Okay, so he's able to do it.
Sam
He
can do
shoots
simple
upward.
math.
They're going to try to shoot with this ungainly weapon that they just did a serious maneuver on, so it's kind of tough for them to shoot with it.
Come on, hit, send us down.
Sev, would this
Mhm.
be considered a stressful situation?
Generally.
Can I use my positive ability too against these rolls?
What is it?
If a check difficulty rises, I don't think you rewrote the tragedy background, but in the old system, if a difficulty rose to 9, this would automatically reduce it back down to 8 once, and then any further increases would return it to normal.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
reduces it by,
it's not applicable for this thing that you're doing here because you're just doing
Okay,
a
cool.
thing is all.
I want to check.
Yeah.
But cool. All
I
right.
do need to rewrite the numbers on that. All right, so he tries to shoot. For shooting, thanks, or plus digital off rate, fire weapons, or reduce cover by 1. Plus 4 difficulty using a hard maneuver. I'm going to say plus nothing because of the difficulty. Chink 16 will miss you, actually. Because you guys are also doing a maneuver.
Shoot him!
Oh no, because that's cover for you. So you got a 15. So yeah, it's basically a D10 rather than a 12. No, wait, sorry. Doing these off of, it would be easier if I actually had ship stats written up. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how the adjustment's going here. I don't think it hits. Because he's got a higher difficulty to hit you because of the maneuver he's doing, and you also have the other thing going on. So.
All right. I'm yelling back for her to shoot him again.
Trying. Yeah. Again.
Do or do not. Oh fuck! How is he maneuvering that thing?
Hey,
I think
Cronos is
colloquial
pretty-
term is barrel roll.
He's a pretty impressive guy.
Zio Antoine.
I have some major concerns about how this works. Okay, I'm just going to try and fire one gun because I need to sink a lot of power points in just to get this to a sort of equivalent vector to hit. 1, 2. 3, 7. Okay, I'm shooting with one gun and sinking 5 power points into the shooting to leave myself 2 power points to not bottom out. 25.
Okay, that'll hit him.
Okay.
Yeah, based on what he had before. Oh, he just did that hard one. So yeah, that'll hit him. D10.
10. That's a 9 on the torrent, which is 25.
Okay, pretty good. So you rattle off the hole a little bit there. You can see some sparks flying.
And
Okay. Drac, you want to do your engineering check?
Okay.
Someone? Okay. Tiberius, you can try to get above him again.
No.
Okay, what were you trying to do?
Well, right now I'm just trying not to get hit by the big ship.
Okay, so you can kind of drift downward again. You've got you were still trying to rise to get above him.
Yeah,
Right.
basically right now we're doing the dance of rolling death, and I'm just trying to get close enough so people can disembark.
Okay.
We can get a hole.
You had already gone up from below him. He went up above you again. You've gone up above him again. He is going to actually rear backward. So he's going to put on the brakes and kind of shoot behind you as he turns around so that he can be in the chase position.
All right.
And he fucks it up. So in his attempt to throw the brakes on, he doesn't able to quite get behind you. He will revert to a normal flying plane, but is still in front. So you're basically right behind him now. That's sort of where you started.
Yeah. So how do we board this guy?
You basically have to get to a position where you can get people down on top of him.
Okay.
above him, I will jump.
Oh, I've got a better idea. Sev, for my next maneuver,
For my next trick.
my next trick, since I am now back into our original position,
Mhm.
I am opening the throttles full force, and I'm swapping paint.
Okay. So you want to run into the back of him or try to go for the top or something?
I'm scraping the sides.
Okay, that's going to be tougher to do because all he has to do is kind of juke sideways. So it'll
Yeah,
be
but
a
there's
hard
that
maneuver.
panicked moment of, oh god, he's trying to ram. What the fuck?
And in a tugboat, roll the hard maneuver. See if you can get up there.
Well,
Remember,
Drax,
remember,
give me
Arby-
all the power she's got.
Just remember, this ship is really crap for turning, Toby. So if he turns, it's really hard for us to catch up.
Well, at this point, we've been chasing him. He's going to eventually figure out that he can just open the throttle and leave us.
Again, this ship's got a decent forward speed. It's the turning that's bad.
Yeah, the turn,
Yeah.
See if
our
you can-
turning
see if
is
you can run
bad.
into him.
Drac?
Mm-hmm. I hadn't until I thought Ali had to still shoot again. Then it would be my turn. Or,
No. Oh,
Okay.
is it?
It is technically Ali's turn again, but
Yeah.
you don't really have a clear shot on him from directly in front.
Okay.
So,
I would
That's-
actually like to take this turn to disengage my locks in.
yeah. Go ahead. And then Drac goes.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. And she's giving it all she's got.
Fuck me!
You still have readiness, don't you?
Yes, I do. I'm re-rolling that freaking one.
Okay.
The D10 will be re-rolled.
Come
Yeah, I was
on,
gonna say,
one.
don't look at me at this point. I've been giving you all I got, man.
There you go. That does it.
Nice.
Yep. That'll you did 29. So yeah, you slam forward. This is a bigger ship than. Well, actually, it's not bigger. It's just kind of denser in the front. They're roughly the same size. But it doesn't like it when you run into the back of it. So you scream forward and kind of stare down thruster for a moment as you crunch the front. Neither ship is particularly fond of that maneuver. It pitches the other one forward, which sends it kind of shooting downward. It loses altitude in a hurry.
Oh.
Yours will also start dropping. So there's going to be a moment of trying to regain control. Go ahead and roll for it.
Do I still get the bonus?
Only if Drac can give you engineering quickly. Drac, try it. It's going to be harder to do it.
Do we have a shot as it's going down?
You have to hold on as it's going down because the ship just ran into something. So everybody else can do body exert and athletics.
How do I do that in an active armor?
Walk down!
Re-engage those clamps.
No, what they're saying is the suit just goes tumbling out.
Whee!
So 27 be enough, or should I re-roll the one?
Oh, Penny.
Yep.
Penny.
Bye-bye.
I'm so glad I'm not there with you, people.
Penny goes sliding toward the exit there. Somebody can attempt to grab her. Actually, Reginald will try to grab her.
It seems we were both going out the window.
Actually, Reggie has to catch himself first, doesn't he?
How dare you even suggest that Reginald would fall out a window?
Uh-huh.
Reginald.
I want to see it. I want to see this roll.
I want to see it completely tank. It's going to be...
Oh, that's not good. He's
Was
gonna re-roll that
that
one.
was his grab me roll? Because if so, goodbye.
No, that was the following one because you made me do it.
I'm gonna try and grab
I
them
was
both.
correct.
Oh, no, wait, hang
Reginald
on.
does worse than anyone else.
I'm missing.
Oh wait,
stat
you just
dice.
forgot he was
Still-
made by God.
No, I just forgot a stat dice, but it's still not enough. I got to re-roll the one there. There we go. Now we're better.
That's still not great though.
No,
Well,
but it should
plus
do
the
it.
stat dice,
Plus
so.
the stat dice is a 4 like the rest of you. So 4, 8 is 18, 19, 20. Yeah, so 25. He's all right.
So he's able to save
He's
himself.
okay. So
He's saved himself. He's going to try to get you. Plus 2d10. Plus 8, because he is athletic dog. There we go.
Nice.
He will grab the ledge and grab Penny's robot arm.
Well, I'll be like, oh, hey.
As
So-
you're hanging at the side.
The enemy ship's like right below us, essentially, right?
Pretty much, yeah. You're both kind of pitching downward. You're a little behind it, so you
Can I
couldn't
do
drop
this?
directly out. Confirm external link. Yes, I suppose I could confirm external link.
I see, was the 27 enough, or should I re-roll the one?
I think
For
you're
the
safe because you're
extra
inside.
power. Extra power.
Oh. Should I open this link? Because if I open it, it goes on the stream.
It's just Adventure Time, but it's somebody dropping down. No, you will fall behind it. It's still ahead of you a little bit.
Okay.
You need to thrust forward to catch up to it.
Alright.
Power!
Are the clamps able to save me, or do you want me to roll? And
You can do it. I don't really have a save for active armor yet, so
okay. Alright,
you'll hold still. Yeah, Drag, you did succeed. Yeah, so go ahead, Toby, try to push it forward some. You're going to be diving to try to catch up in front of this. You're not having to change direction, so yeah, since I'll give it to you on the 20. Because you're basically just going down at a faster rate.
Are we in boarding position?
Well, it's not an ideal one, but he's unable to pull upward because you're directly above him.
So the fact that his course can't change, yes. But the fact that we'll die once boarding.
You're plummeting. You're both plummeting downward at an alarming rate at a pretty hard angle toward the floor. One of you needs to pull up, or you both need to turn, basically.
Well,
but
the plan was to get them to ground with the boarding, and this is achieving that.
This is getting them pretty close. Yeah, so those of you who want a jump, now is the time, I suppose.
Okay.
Either that or Seb, I assume that the cockpit is not big enough for active armor, correct?
Right.
You'll have to get out of there.
Yep.
Okay. Darn it, because I was going to say, if I was in my active armor, I'm just pulling up the sunbeam and I'm shooting through the cockpit at
I
him.
don't think you could pilot one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not built for that. It's not a Thunderhawk.
I'm going to try and do the boarding actions for you.
I'm opening the
Another
cockpit and
athletics
shooting him with a
check?
bolter.
Yep, another athletics check.
Alright.
Sweet, what do I do?
Allie, you step outward and fall like a rock.
Sweet.
Then he's gonna look over at Reginald and kind of give a sigh and go, "Alright, I guess that's what we're doing. Good luck. Thanks."
I'm going to use my guns to slow my descent.
Do you want me to let go?
Yeah.
Ah,
let
sweet.
go.
So it's the A-Team movie where they
Jack is just
fire.
gonna look
Only
over
with,
at them and
only
say,
with
"Good
full auto
luck."
torrents going. This will slow me down.
Yeah, let go, Reggie. I gotta go.
He lets go of
Yeah.
his hand that is holding on to the ship, not yours.
Oh God, no.
Aw, he likes holding your hand.
This is my best opportunity to hit you!
Not really, but okay.
There's a lot
He's in a
of
suit, it doesn't
material
count.
between you and me, but go for it if you want to.
Don't tell him that. He's gonna punch a hole in the fucking suit.
Yeah, it's gonna be entertaining as shit.
Eh,
So everyone's out except for me and Drax.
Well, you all have to try to land. So I landed okay. Penny can try to land now.
goodbye.
Let Penny land sideways. You have fallen away! This hurts both our goals!
I'm sorry I keep letting you down, Reginald.
You are small, it is understandable.
I let go.
But she's not small. She's in the suit.
Yeah. Well, I'm still small. That doesn't matter. It's just a lot of padding.
Who else jumped out? Drake is still in there. Yep, the other one's down there.
Now,
Alright. So there, yep. Toby, you're gonna have to pull that ship up before it goes plummeting into the floor. It doesn't steer well.
Yep. Drax! Give me a reverse!
Pedal faster!
Get that hamster running! Oh wait, never mind!
God, that's racist.
And actually,
But you're not here to hear it!
I'll burn one to reroll the two.
Okay.
That's one of the details.
Solid. Okay, yeah, you've got it. Oh, you lucked out. Okay. You're getting to pull up on it. It's going to take more than one hard remover to get it, though, because it takes a while to get it. The ship down there is going to start veering off to the side to try to save itself, which means those of you on top need to hold on. Allie, if you want to clamp into this building, get thump. And you can actually start pointing the guns at the ground if you want to.
Shooting down.
All right, its evade consists of it can't be missed.
Okay, I'm not putting any extra powers into shooting, and it's
all
all going
guns.
into all guns, all shoots.
You had 3 of the guns.
3 torrents, yep.
All right, roll 3d12.
Alright. Here, let's watch Penny fall off
Actually,
the
I
ship.
roll 1d12 and share the dice across, I think.
No, I think all the damage is done separately. Let me
Is
see.
it? Okay. Oh yeah, it shares the same hit dice.
Yeah.
It rolls them separately. Okay. I'm going to re-roll at 5. No, you can't do re-rolls next to armor. Okay.
No, you can. You can spend the power for it. I think.
Oh.
But I don't know if it's worth it because, I mean, just shoot again.
Oh. That's just 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I can shoot one more time. Only with one gun, but you know, that's still enough shot.
All right, what's that come out to?
That comes out to.
A lot of
Okay.
damage.
All right, 5 is.
Is it considered out in the open?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so bumping each. That doesn't happen anymore, does it? No.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
All right, so 7 damage, 15 damage, 9 damage, 5 damage.
It actually does kind of happen. It just happens in a different way. Let me check if it works for active armor. Open. Jinx.
Alright, I'm doing my not falling off the ship roll.
Okay.
That's a good idea. Ooh.
I might be okay.
Yeah, you're all right on that.
Okay.
Combat. Here we go.
If I fell off the ship, I was just gonna go, goodbye. Penny was gonna go, what is that thing rushing to meet me? Oh, it's Venus.
The regrets that I have.
Huh?
I said the thing rushing to meet you are your regrets.
No. Basically, I'd be thinking the whole way down, I really don't know if Keel ever has set up a team to go do anything before.
Maybe he has more faith in you guys than you do. You're halfway done.
I could also
This
be
is-
halfway down.
Beyond
This
all
is
reason, this is
also-
working.
When BB arrives with the cops who arrest only your group for starting this whole thing,
Yep.
and make sure that they confiscate all of the equipment intact so that they can prosecute you
And then
properly.
the other cops are going to go, wait, aren't we supposed to like sort of let be good with them? And you'll be like, I don't take orders from you. I'm a liaison.
Okay, if your enemy has no cover, no armor, or no tools that would impede an attack, your attack is considered to have exploit. So basically, you're rolling 2 dice for all of them. Yeah,
Okay.
and take the highest.
Right. This will be in the same order.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
So basically-
Madre de Dios.
So
10, 8, 12,
8, 12, 12.
Yep.
Okay.
Can we just say there's a hole now?
Possibly. I'm curious how much damage it is because ship
Yeah,
holes
I'm
are strong.
gonna add that up quick. Okay. That is
In the old game, they were 200 hit points per hull point. So
10 plus 40 plus 4 equals 130.
all right, yeah, you can make a hull. You make a. Oh no, wait, 130. You hurt
Yep,
it. You don't quite
You
make
heard
a
it.
hole.
Okay.
It's making a hole.
I'm almost there.
It might be a tiny hole. It might have breached.
Yep.
Are you falling at it?
No, I'm
No,
stamped onto it. shooting
She
it.
clamped onto it, shooting downward, so there's not much way to miss. It's beginning to do sideways. Did any of you guys like buy magnets or anything?
Nope.
Maybe a breaching charge or not so
I've
much.
created some handy handholds if you wish to.
If you want to stand under the torrents, yes.
I can tell you that I have reclaimed climbing grip, which doesn't help me in a body socket.
you can
I
grab
have
onto me.
gecko adhesive that I can use on my hands, which doesn't help me in a body socket. I have
No, yes, it would.
No, not Penny's little dosage that she bought.
Any amount will help.
And and also I have I have oh yeah, my grapple belt, which Penny's wearing inside the body socket.
Penny, you did not equip yourself off for this operation.
Penny did what she was told to do. She got a body socket and some armor and a gun.
And they did not care about the practicality or anything.
Penny was
Someone did all
Penny was
this,
like,
fine.
okay, I guess this is what they want me to do. I can't use my implant. I'm having to go into this in a weird
I'm a
way.
professional.
I did everything I was supposed to, which was get on the ship.
I mean, normally Penny would be like, I'm gonna summon an abyssal horror and have it tear a hole through the side of the ship. But right now, it's like, oh, I can't do that.
All right, so basically, you and Reggie are going to be holding on for dear life for the time being.
Grab onto me.
Yeah, I'll slide over and grab you. Oh shit! I'm gonna reroll that
I'm
one.
gonna reach out and try and grab Reggie.
I'm gonna reroll that one. Yeah.
You guys just gonna be like flapping off of me like
Okay,
a
we're
long.
Penny, you wish to come along? Slide over.
I don't. Oh, sure. What the hell? Bye.
Reroll the 4. Reroll the 4.
All right, I'll spend a readiness and reroll that 4. Well, bye. So, this is sad because I was already farther out from Reggie before this started because I missed on the way down. Bye.
Bye.
He will attempt to grab you.
I don't
Goodbye.
think he can.
No, we're good. No, you're all sliding in the same direction. It's basically the same thing that happened before.
Is this a tankard moment? Only it doesn't involve Penny getting kicked.
Yeah, I didn't get spiked into a wall by somebody's boot. Yes, that's always good not to have happen.
You also have the perforator too.
Oh shit! I do.
Didn't you buy that? I thought you did.
I
She
didn't
buy
think
the
I could equip
perforator.
it. Oh wait, active armor can have something on each arm, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, why not then?
Have you been firing 4 guns or 3?
Three.
3 guns.
Yeah. So I thought your other arm had the perforator on it. This is what I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna spend. I may as well just start fucking using the perforator. Fuck this. Yeah. So 2 points for 1 attack with the perforator, which I'm guessing hits. How's it work? Is it the same for shooting?
Yeah. You can add more to it with that.
Well, I mean the automatically hitting.
Oh yeah, it's awfully hard to miss it. You're attached to it.
And do you get exploit? Because it may actually be more efficient for me to continue shooting.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. How many times can I do this? 2, 4, 6. I'm going to do this 4 times. So do 12.
You may not need to. Let me check its thing really quick. Because it's got that special property for just dealing with walls. Melee, land weapons, perforator, damage rolls of 12. Okay, so yeah. Energy activation for 1 power point will occur on 10 through 12. So do you want to boost it?
Oh. That's tough. Because that's a big gamble. Sure, I'm going to attack 3 times and boosting. I'll say I'll use the boost on the first 2, okay?
Okay.
So that first one doesn't activate the boost. Second one, yes!
Does. Mhm.
Right, and then... Okay.
Third one doesn't. Okay, so the second one does activate. So your overall damage here is, looks like a 10, a 9, and a 6. So 20, 35, 40, 48. But the damage boost thing from the activation will also destroy the hex. So you slam a hole into the thing. It is fairly sizable. There is a sound of high-pitched whistling and alarm.
Oh no!
Right, Fox blares everybody in.
Alright.
I thought we were just supposed to keep them from.
We're trying to force them down.
We're trying to
Yeah.
And we're just a board to put the fear into them, mess up
Yeah,
the guys.
you need to make them aware that their current security situation is insufficient.
Alright, so are we
Well-
moving in?
That is the thought.
Alright, athletics to pull myself through, I guess?
No, you're already there. You're just gonna go in.
Alright.
You'll fall onto the inside. Reginald will follow you. The thump.
And then the unclamp and the thump down.
Okay, Toby, you're gonna have to try to pull the ship back up. So if you want engineering to roll again.
Yes. We need more power, even more. I don't care where it comes from.
Dracones are gonna go, okay.
Jack sacrifices
I
power up
got
in the
the
porta potty. We got tons of power now. Without burning those engines, it's just the batteries are overwhelming. All right, go ahead, Toby.
Well, theoretically, it was way
shit.
though, so.
Uh-oh.
I am re-rolling one of those 2s. Actually, can I re-roll multiple dice?
As long as you got the readiness for it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've only used 1. I've got 9 more to go. Actually, one of those is the D12.
Yeah.
So
So roll that one again.
D12. Let's-
Pretty good. Okay, so 12,
So it would
20,
take it up
it's
to 26.
Yeah, 26. All right, you do it. You're able to pull it, screeching back upward as the ship below you kind of hauls off to the side. And as you're going up, it's going sideways, so you're actually going to have to pretty much loop around in this tugboat to try to catch up to it again. So it might take you a minute.
All right.
But it will start trying to traverse its weapon toward you as it restabilizes itself. We'll hold this one here because I do want to come up with some stuff for BB to do while you guys are doing this too. So we'll.
I'm sorry, sweetie.
No problem. I mean, it is a reality that not everybody's going to be made for it. Honestly, we're jury rigging it
None
as
of
it
us are
is.
made
So,
for it.
yeah.
Yep. So is that game done then?
Yeah, that's it for now.
Okay, I will stop the stream and I'll stop the recording. Good night, guys.
Uh,
Bye, viewers.